All right. We'll have Evie just join us later, but
Cha-
everybody, welcome to
Yeah.
Spiral City Chronicles Act 2, Episode 7. I've lost my mind.
Hmm.
Today's session, we're going to just go ahead and just jump right into the maelstrom of that is Necropolis. Because right now we have a gracious scene of Hell's Wrath biting into the throat of one of the I think it's flying. Kill it before it flies around and bothers me. Hell's Wrath bites into the neck of one of the cultists that are in the fields of carnage of the Necropolis. Hell's Wrath, Vincent, or Father Valcone as we know him, and the Crimson Lady are all killing these cultist men who are wearing they're basically wearing rag equivalents. Some of them have like flail skin parts to cover large holes in their fabric. So you occasionally see like an eye here coming out from a shoulder, or maybe even an ear on the lower right half of their robes. But nonetheless, they've been pretty easy. Yelling in a language, Vincent, you definitely don't know. Demons usually just speak English. You found no
hmm.
spiral. You found
The
it's weird.
universal language,
Yeah, right.
English.
English. But these cultists are speaking something you nor Hell's Wrath, because if Hell's Wrath could understand, you would understand in some way, or at least have the ability to learn. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, we are one.
But even he's like, they're just saying
Yeah.
words, and it's gobbledygook to me. And
I got,
this guy
nothing
right
for you.
here, nah, he loses his throat. As like I said, Hell's Wrath bites into one of them at the opening cutscene. I wasn't kidding. Just drops a cultist dead. The Crimson Lady looks over towards Vincent, but focuses back on finishing her fight. She is revealed to have some level of blood magic abilities, as Vincent can't make heads or tails what the hell she is or what she can do, only being able to see her demonstration of blood magic. And as we focus on Vincent, you, Vincent, have a sense of energy around you. It is a role play moment where you are going to be able to roll 1d100 and decide the course of what's going to happen around this area for you.
All
So
right.
before you do so, you may decide if you want to like, because parts of this role play are to always bring in perks and not perks, your skills and anything else that may be part of your character's repertoire. So your demonic heritage is part of this. You can add your demonic heritage to the role, making it. You can either decide the result to be higher or lower by adding your demonic heritage. Here's the caveat: if you call what the roll if you need to be a low roll or high roll, the opposite effect is just intensified.
Hmm.
But you also get a better jackpot.
No, let's first time roll just normally.
Okay. So just a 1d100 without your demonic influence. Or heritage, my
What
bad.
was?
Just a 1d100 to decide what's going on in this area.
No, I thought he was asking if like how to do the roll.
And 86. Welcome, Eve.
Sorry, my dad came home and was talking to me.
No worries.
Hi, Evie.
I was going to ask what's
Uh,
good, high or low.
Oh, you would have to have the demonic influence to tell you that. But I'll narrate what's
Oh.
going on here as the ground under Vincent begins to just rumble a bit. You look around to see that something is definitely big and something definitely is coming around here, but it's not in visual range. It's Hell's Rap turns to look at you to finish the sentence for you. Stampede.
Unless that are hell bison, I don't think so.
They're hell monsters for sure.
Well, that's true. I don't know if they're in herds though. I think only a herd can stampede.
Really?
I
I am
don't
terrible.
know.
Regardless of the English terminology, it's definitely clear that there's some level of seismic activity moving underneath Vincent's feet. It's assumed it's large movement, maybe a large creature or a large amount of creatures. It's hard to tell at this moment, but Vincent, you definitely are
Oh dear.
aware there's something coming. Some things.
I've seen graboids.
Okay, we're going to have you go first as your either Hell's Wrath or Vincent, and then we'll alternate between the Crimson Lady and revert back to you, whoever's left over. So who
Oh,
would you like to
damn it,
go
I don't
first?
remember what my battle plan was. Have the Crimson Lady go first while I try to figure this out.
Oh, okay, no
One,
worries.
two, three.
2 decisions, 1 movement, and 1 reaction for the Crimson Lady. She goes ahead and spends 1 decision in order to activate sorry, let me just get there. She activates blood magic for sure. And she's going to cast it at an apprentice level. She's an apprentice level. And casting it with 3 blood tokens. She's generated a few free ones since they're in the fields of torrent carnage, and she's killed a few targets. She's going to then roll for hitting with her blood magic as she claps her hands together and fires a straight beam of blood that tries to bisect the cultist in front of her.
That's hot.
Excuse me.
And then 3d6 to represent her magic, and she definitely hits, cutting the cultist in a clean half with a smooth motion. Expertise. With her second decision, well, first she's gonna move, but let me just mark this token as dead. 2, 10, 20. Yeah, she can move there perfectly. She opts to pull out from her right, her actually her left hand. She pulls out from her left hand a curved red katana blade made of hemophobin blood, and she swings with her strength instead. Wow, she fucking crit her strength roll. And then her blood
Wow.
magic,
Well, ouch.
and yeah, still it
Perfectly
still hits.
balanced.
Yeah, perfectly balanced. Still hits, but not as high as the other attack. As the
That's called a
crimson,
Rasputin roll.
yeah, right. As she cleaves this other cultist in half, leaving their dead bodies on the ground. Vincent, with your level of blood magic, and I'm not going to make range an issue here. You can see from even this distance, like a good rendered PlayStation 2 game, there are like blood crystals kind of like floating after from each of the kills that she had. More
Yeah.
noticeably, not the first time like not the first people she's killed, you didn't notice it. It's this new bound of cultists she just finished killing. You can see there's something like crystallized blood floating in the air. And she lifts her right hand up, not her left or right, and it just pulls in those crystals from the corpses. So she has like a small little collection of 4 crystals.
Yeah.
And it's your turn now, with either the Hell's Wrath or yourself as Vincent.
All right, I will move Vincent all of 1 square to the left. Can I draw blood or somewhere in my abilities? Let me find the right page. Na, 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 na,
Yeah, you
na.
can draw blood for sure, and you
Yeah.
generate passive blood because you're in the fields of carnage.
Oh yeah, that's right. How much blood have I
2.
generated?
2
Two.
tokens
Okay.
per turns we've been here, so it's only been 2 for now. We didn't get much of a chance to be here, so you haven't spent much of your blood tokens, so you're at 4 right now.
Oh. And can I use blood in the air, which is under demonic heritage?
Let me double read it. Yeah. Um, Vincento. There you go. Bishop Father Vincent. No, that when you're in your blood demon form, because it's part of its
Okay.
ability
Okay.
for that.
Hmm.
Would it make it easier if I wrote blood demon abilities next to that tag too?
Yes, because
Gotcha.
abilities these have been
It's
ambiguous to me, but
no worries.
not much I
I'll
can
fix that.
do. Hmm.
If you cast blood magic, you can help him kill him. Hell's Wrath kill those cultists. You know he's probably gonna do it his own. You can find ways to investigate that seismic activity using your
Yeah,
demonic heritage to have a better idea?
let's roll for that investigation because I was planning on draining blood off that feller, but I
Okay.
forgot. I kind of forgot I generate it passively.
Well, only here for the blood fields of carnage, but yes. And for the investigation, I will allow you to use your intelligence, and you'll get that at an advantage, which will look like you. Sorry, I'm gonna let you roll your intelligence plus an advantage plus a +3 because of your demonic heritage. You are
So that's
literally of this realm, so you get a bonus for investigating things
1d6
here.
plus 3.
Well, fuck. Wow.
Yeah, he's
You
only
get that?
got. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure he's only a 6 intelligence, my dude.
No, that's fine.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
Falcone's only 6 in.
there's that Rasputin rolls, the 1 and the 2.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
Get the
Perfectly
roll,
balanced, man.
get the low rolls out. 5 is,
Yeah.
with the rolls needed, 5 is enough for you to gather that there is definitely demonic, um, it's way more than just one entity. From the movement that you can feel from the ground and the demonic energy that's like spiking, almost like particles, where there's
Yeah.
too many Gundams around. You can definitely tell there's like at least other Gundams and some mobile suits in the area. You can now confirm, oh, there's definitely a herd of demons coming this way. There's something else about it though. The closer the horde gets, there's like this unbridled easiness that's coming over, that's like like dawning over you. And you've, Vincent, have not felt this even in the presence of what's it called? Novus in his in the air in Melcro until things got real serious with All Eyes.
Oop.
Who?
Oh, that's probably not good.
I don't want to illustrate that it's not like an entity as strong as All Eyes, but Vincent's just never really shaken. So when something makes him
Yeah.
uneasy, that's all. You
Oh,
have
oh,
one
HW, something big is on the horizon.
something big. Let it be a pig.
Yeah, like. hmm. I wonder if I can trade up.
Vincent stands there. We're not trade demons. Hellgram turns with a glare. I still have reaction, so I'll turn you
True
into a
enough.
fraction.
We don't know if I die if you die down here, dummy.
I'm dropping the rhyming bit. I'm going to do.
Oh, you know
I've-
he's upset now.
Yeah, right.
You've Falcone, you've made me upset for the last time.
You've lost the pass. There is no Vincent. There is no Lancelot down here. You lied to me.
Alright. That's why I don't maximize that. I think I need 5 to transform.
By 7, if I'm not mistaken. Or
No,
did I?
3. Oh, wait,
Th-
wait. 3 targets here, 2 mastery of blood magics, 3 bleeding tokens for 5 turns, cost 6 bleeding on the 6th turn. I don't know, if I was in range 8 of 8 bleeding tokens. Okay, so no, it's still gotta be 8.
I gotta
Okay,
rewrite that too.
okay.
It's not you. It's not like. So the language needs to be like there can be someone bleeding in the in around Vincent, right? As well as the
Yeah,
bleeding tokens you have, or anyone else you caused to bleed. Because the idea has always been like Vincent can steal other people's blood. I've always wanted to keep that in
yeah.
mind. So to turn into your blood demon form, you can even just steal other people's bleeding.
I'm gonna
So
say
that's
there
why
should
the
be plenty of bleeding on the field.
you can in fact want if you want to turn into that form. I mean, there is no restriction since, like you said, there's plenty of bleeding all over the place. I would just
No,
give. I would have to.
we'll
Hmm?
save that as a reaction.
Yeah. The only thing is, I would have to tell you right now is as you're in that blood demon form to like to really keep up that upkeep because you remember you're only getting 2 per turn. You can spend a
Yeah.
decision to hold like to just look at the ground and pull what you can from it. It's not reliable
Ooh.
though
Yeah.
because I'll always make you roll
Oh.
for how much blood you can pull from the ground.
Oh, I like that. Mouse.
Okay. And again, this is because we're here in Necropolis. But if there
Yeah.
are any other rule changes when we're in different environments, I will always be just as vocal with you as I am going to be with everyone else.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else I can help you with your turn? You still have a decision left. You can always hold it.
Yeah, I want to hold it for reaction.
Okay. And I'll just autopilot Hell's Wrath over here as he
Just have him do his thing.
no. He's going to enjoy doing his thing. Because what
Mm.
he does it best.
Mm.
He's the best at what he does. Hell's Wrath spending both decisions. One decision to grab one cultist, the other decision to grab the other cultist. And he's just gonna end his turn.
Yeah,
Both of
he's
them are
actually
grappled.
not bad at grappling.
Neither of them are going to be able to fight that.
He actually is a good grappler, especially because he forces like disadvantage on them, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And he's got advantage against it. So God, get
Mm-hmm.
fucked. I want to say that roughly gives them a 25% chance to roll out
If
because
they
they'd have
if
to
they
roll.
two crits, honestly, and that's statistically impossible. Uh, turn because we were here for 2 turns. Now we're in turn 3. On the top of turn 3, that feeling is getting. It's not. So it's kind of hard to explain. Okay, you feel the hordes closer. The
Yeah.
uneasiness is getting a little closer, but it's not as close as the horde that you're feeling. The horde is going to be upon you in a turn. You now know that for a fact. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. There's just too much of them to not be able to tell. The Crimson Lady looks over your group and sees that you guys are doing your thing. And this is the top of turn 3. So like you guys have your own little chat and conversation before we progress further. And the Crimson Lady looks over at the group, you guys, and rushes over, spending her movement on her turn, and goes, "You can tell. Oh, while you see her run, she's like skipping each step, and every step she takes, it kind of leaves um a ripple, like as if she's stepping in a pool.
Yeah.
The ripples are red. Those red crystals I talked about earlier are hovering over her right shoulder. They seem to be floating in a sort of pattern. You just actually, she's getting closer to you. No, you're an anima user too. So yeah, no, she reveals herself as an anima user. She can't hide it.
Well,
Yeah, she cannot
yeah.
hide it any further. But her anima, you can't see it for some reason. You definitely see red crystals floating, and you feel anima power coming from it. That's not blood magic.
That's the power of anima, baby. Dude, you know,
Yeah, the Pine Sol commercial.
it's like the Pine Sol commercial. That's the power of anima, baby. It's just that lady, the obese lady with the fucking bottle.
She speaks up.
Falcone just has his eyebrow raised looking at her. Well, that doesn't look like any blood magic I know.
She looks over her shoulder before looking back. Is that really the concern right now? I'm sure you felt that demonic horde coming this way.
Well, yeah, I'm wondering what's chasing it.
Huh? She looked confused. Chasing.
Oh, you don't sense what's behind it.
She looks really confused. The fuck do you mean? Behind it.
Hmm.
You notice,
Yeah.
Vincent, as she's talking with you, the crystals, the 4 of them, kind of lean up towards her ear and speaks to it. There's something behind the horde? I can only feel the
No, I,
horde's energy.
I think the operative term is herd, but yeah, a big something's chasing them. I'd guess some kind of apex predator. Well, I'd assume they exist down here, or maybe a super apex predator.
Sorry. Elrath walks next to you, taking his portable lunches, and snacks on this one during the
Mhm.
top of the turn. He won't have a decision or movement on the turn, like his turn, but he does that next to you, Vincent, and just munches
Yeah.
loudly, letting the blood and ichor of this cultist spill around you, probably
There
trying to
we
spill
go.
it on you.
That'll help. Falcone just gives
yeah, he
no
was.
outward reaction to like the viscera falling on him. I'm going to get you a bib.
He at that moment he just like like he emasculates even
Looks offended.
more, just makes it more pronounced how he
Oh,
chews.
you don't even have molars. We both know that does nothing for you.
Where
You
does it
see what I
even
deal
go?
with.
Where
Oh
did
no, it
Mole,
goes somewhere. One of these days, McKinley's gonna check in his basement.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
So how does Vincent want to handle preparing for this turn? You definitely sure
Well,
that we're gonna have a horde coming this way.
first thing I want to do is hop up on Hell's Rat's shoulder. I'm gonna get off the ground.
Mount. You see the
So
other
just stand on his
cultists
shoulder like Griffith
struggling.
would.
Yeah, you're standing on his shoulder as Griffith would, and you see the other cultists struggling, trying to pull out a knife. It spends a reaction when you climb to try to break out of Hell's Wrath grip.
Hmm.
Hell's Wrath looks very annoyed as the knife, like the cultist's meager knife, cuts him and deals the same
Hmm.
amount of damage it did. No, it did not same. Because it lost. They were hurting him earlier, but they lost the tokens because they couldn't keep the hits on him. So it applies the same debuff, but he doesn't like Health Rat doesn't react or anything. He just keeps holding on to the cultist, not even
Would you
adjusting the
stop playing with your food?
No.
Also, take to the air. We don't want to be on the ground, I think.
Did you fastball special this cultist into like the first horde member that comes out?
We're gonna find out.
Oh, yeah.
Vincent out here playing
Oh man,
Marvel Rivals, cosplaying as Hulk with Hell's Wrath.
I wanted like Colossus to be in that game so we can like fastball special Logan and Colossus with Magneto. Could you imagine?
That'd be pretty intense. Anyway,
The fact that
Hell's
you can't.
yeah, well, because they're not in the game, unfortunate. I mean,
Oh, I
Magneto
thought
is,
they
but not
were.
Colossus.
Oh my God, Magneto could fastball special Colossus.
Yep.
I never thought about
Yeah.
it.
Um, the Crimson Lady is going to go next, and she is going to spend her last decision to move closer to you guys. In her movement getting closer, Hell's Wrath rolls its large, demonic, puppy-like eyes and goes, snaps the neck of the cultist to stop playing with it as a reaction. He's very annoyed he had to kill this toy.
Listen, the
Crimson,
longer that we're down here, the less time you have to talk with McKinley.
Oh man.
when you say that, insert Zod gif breathing.
I'll dig that out.
Yeah, go ahead, post the general chat for everyone else to see it. Just mentioning Lance, Zod face, licks lips, Lance a lot. Lance just gets a chill down the
Technically,
spine.
Lance's #1 fan.
Technically.
Lance is the number one fan of a lot of things, and he's best friends with Myron.
Yup. Well, listen to his life story. That's never been
That's,
elaborated on.
Lance has a lot of questions, but he can't act back now. He's actually upset with that.
Well, he can, just if you want to figure out how to talk to a box. Hell's Wrath is going to
I
spend
hate
his
it.
last
There
decision.
it is.
Oh, well, because he spent his movement. Yeah, he moved. He's
Not
gonna
you
spend,
guys. Not you
no
guys.
worries. He's gonna spend his last decision to activate regular flight and take himself up to 30 feet into the air.
Yeah,
So
you're
like,
not. I'm not gonna get Mufasa, alright?
so like, so like when Hell's Wrath eats, it's like the same thing with like Sex Pistols. We just don't know where the meat goes.
Well, he's a
That's a
living organism.
well, because he's asking where would the waste go, and I think especially for anima users to differentiate them a lot more from stand users, no, sorry, from stands, is that animas can actually eat and benefit from benefits of like drinks and other foods. It's that
Oh,
the
cool.
anima user
God's walking
also
by.
feels the anima user tends to feel the same level of like fullness or drink, and this could be a double negative since animas can be poisoned just like regular people can. And if your anima gets poisoned,
God's
like in that faction, you can get poisoned as well, etc.
God's walking by fucking crying because he has no mouth.
Uh,
I'm go. Oh, sorry.
no, you're fine. Roll a 1d4 for me, Kalis. It's deciding something, but I cannot reveal. this demonic horde begins to manifest itself from the horizon. Because you guys are fighting in almost like a bowl-like shape, and so they're coming from the
Yeah.
north and coming crusting over the hill of where those chains represent the up top crust of the hill. So now they're crusting into the cup itself, and several demons have poured forward. Some of them look hurt, others look fresh, but there's definitely a whole fuckload of them. And notably, they're just the thing is about these demons is that you note that there's just a lot of them, visually speaking, but also energy wise. There are just a lot of small fries running.
Let
I
them
mean,
pass. Minnows don't worry us.
I say the word small fry, right? But they're still like demons who stand pretty fucking tall, muscles, weapons, hurt regardless. They're still warriors. These are, fighters and such.
We'll see how suicidal they are then.
Yee. We're going to
Can you
leave the
imagine
scene. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, could you imagine like they start running and like as they're running, they're kind of throwing shit at Falcone, but they're still running away.
Just talking shit.
Like, yeah, talking shit.
You!
Like they're talking shit, and they know they can get the fuck away. Like fuck you.
You ain't shit.
All right, going on to we're going to take a pause here for the scene. Vincent's in the air with Hell's Wrath. The Crimson Lady's on the ground, preparing herself for this demonic horde that's coming their way, and the horde itself marching and running forward. They're running in full speed, and they won't stop. We'll come back and see what happens.
One's just petty enough to throw shit. Like that's not fair. He can fly. I'm gonna throw this fucking pointy stick at this buckle.
I'm gonna pointy stick. We take our scene back to the Hammer District of Garden Mythval. You were still in the dormitories, weren't you?
I had just left my dorm to get on my way to the library.
Ah, okay. So, um, Nico, you are crossing through the hallways of Mythval.
Mhm.
That's the old instructor. That's Quinzel. She's not here. You are going through the hallways of why do I not have any areas of? Oh, I don't. Fog of War. You are walking through the hallways, and you are with your friend. No, what's newly acquired friend.
Friend's a
who-
strong word.
Yeah, sure. Friend's a very strong word. You remember his name?
Uh, Absolutely not. I just kept on calling him Clevin.
Plebin. Jesus.
That's what I was calling him. I don't remember his name.
Wow, man, damn. You don't remember Lars.
Lars, yeah. I'm okay. I'm writing his name down. I'm writing Clevin in parentheses next to him.
God, jeez. So yeah, you and Lars, Lars like showing you where to go for certain things. And originally he had ran off and got hot dogs, a hot dog from like purchased by like your gold, and came back to say that he could show you where to find this library that you want to go look for more information in. And the both of you
Hmm.
are walking through the hallway together, and Lars goes, "Wow, did you know that no Garden Meatfowl has the highest acceptance rate?"
That's the highest what?
Acceptance rate for accepting applicants. We have a 58% retention. 58%
Turnover rate?
no, not turnover. Rejection. 58% rejection rate. So you can say Mythball is really accessible to the greater city.
That's lovely, Lars.
What do you want to do at the library?
I have some research I need to get into for a friend of mine.
Ooh, what kind of research? I'm really good at stuff.
Unfortunately, it's not the kind of research I can share.
Oh. You know, I have a special kind of research too. It's called plutonium jelly and bumps into a rather large and intimidating man. Hey, watch where you're going, you little shit thing. Oh, Lars. Oh, haha. It's you. Oh, uh, Jonathan, please don't bother me today, man. I don't have any gold for you to take. Lars, you always give me that same lie. Come on. If you don't have any gold, then how am I gonna eat?
With your own money?
Jonathan stares at Nico. Did I ask your permission? Sorry, I'm a little stoned. Did I give you permission to speak, small fry? He is towering over you.
Permission. Oh, wow. The the simpleton. I look. He looks over at Lars. He's like, the simpletons have gotten a bit funnier, haven't they?
Lars is fucking shaking, dude. Come on, Lars. Just hurry up and give me my damn lunch money. And Lars is
Nico.
struggling to say no.
Nico.
But you see his right hand going into his pocket to pull out the money.
Nico will like put a hand on Lars's shoulder and go,
Huh?
We've got places to be, bud. I'm a very busy man.
But if it holds other shoulder. And yeah, I got food to eat and they need gold to pay for it. So come on, Lars. Hurry up before I break your shoulder.
It's like Laws is giving me like the puppy eyes of please help me.
He's fucking quivering. He's just like full on shaking, Nico. You're holding his arm, but he's just vibrating almost like he should vibrate through the floor at this point. Lars is just a mess. He's either gonna give this guy everything and the clothes on his back, or you're gonna intervene or whatever.
Yeah, I'm going to I don't know if I want to just like whip out my anima on him is the thing.
Can
You know,
you buff Laws to be strong and cool with your anima?
Actually, yeah, can I buff Lars?
okay. Remind me your level.
Oh god, what
It's
well,
on
so
the
I want
character
to
sheet.
use I want to use my anima level 2. My level 2 anima ability.
Okay.
I'm level 5, 3. I don't know what level
It's on the character
I
sheet. Well, should be
am.
on the other one then. Well, level 5 does sound about right because I did leave you with your AP2, so you can be with the rest of the group, but you'd have to still level to AP3. Yeah. So just put it in the foothold then. I'll make sure to add it to level 5. And if I remember correctly, you can buff up to 2 different targets with your AP2, right?
I can buff. I believe I can debuff
Oh no, it's
a single target for 2, or I can buff one target for 1. I believe I can debuff for 1 and buff for 1, but I may be wrong.
Yeah, I think it's one. I think it's a 1-to-1 too. You can only have one target. You can have both simultaneous as well. That's just a
Okay.
strain on your AP. But yes, you can have both simultaneous. And
Yeah.
AP
Let me actually
AP2.
jump to my ability so I can read it and not be
Well, I
dumb.
got.
Dude,
Well, I got them. I got them.
you
We
deep
got the handout here too. Picking the head.
you fucking debuff this dude, and then you buff Laws, and he like you lead to Laws like, hey, give him a punch to the face. Like, what? I don't want to do that. Like, no, trust me, just punch his face.
Trust me, it'll be
Laws
fun.
punches his face. The guy's like, haha, you didn't do, and fucking like ragdolls into the fucking wall. Because at the end of the day, they're still human. Like, what does the stat become? Like 0 D1 for defense? Oh my god.
The hold boat
Um.
is supposed to lower the stat, and then your head keeps spinning. As I read here, is supposed to swindle rolls associated from the stats that are not under the effects of hole in the boat.
Correct.
And there's also the upper
Yeah.
part for AP2 where
So
you can denote that how when you with your AP2 you can do the same effect as the AP1, but you can now just target an ally. So
Yeah.
what I understand
So
from this
I'm
language, you can have up to 2 targets debuffed, or 1 target debuffed and 1 ally buffed. And then you can always, your AP2 always allows you to interact with other people's roles as long as they're making ability rolls that are not being
no.
manipulated by your stand power, anima power.
So I can target 2 enemies at the same time, but I cannot target an enemy and an ally unless I'm like because the language specifies it's like they get affected by the same thing. Uh, so like I would have to if I were to target both Lars and this guy, I would be
Jonathan.
decreasing both of their stats.
Yes. Yeah, that does sound about right because you need to keep. We will definitely hammer this all out and make it a lot more easier to digest. I think I have a really nice idea to simplify how we're doing this. I think I have overcomplicated things, and I did not think of making it just simpler. I'm going to shoot you some of my ideas to make it easier. For right now, let's keep it to that you can buff one, debuff another, and we can keep the idea that you're choosing one of their stats to buff or debuff. You can't. No, you can choose the stats. You just don't know the stat you're how you're changing it. So your
Yeah. Okay.
AP1, yeah. So your AP1 can debuff, your AP2 can buff.
Um,
Do you want to just buff or do you want to do both?
I'm going to use my AP2
Gotcha.
to uh, heavily decrease this guy's strength score.
Yes, because that's also a thing. You
Uh,
can either buff or severe
yeah.
debuff. Yep.
So I'll
So
drop his strength die by 2.
as far as you know, yeah.
Good.
And yeah, as far as that's my intention with this.
Hmm.
Uh, and uh, um,
Now,
and
typically
so
you would need to roll to hit. I'm not going to have you do it just because he's not a anima user. He doesn't know that you're an anima user, and you quite literally have the best opportunity you can ever ask for. So, as a caveat in the future, even buffing allies, unless they're not consenting, you need to make a roll to hit.
yep.
So,
But
oh, go ahead.
yeah, I'm going to debuff him, and then I'm going to squeeze Lars's shoulder reassuringly and go, Lars, my friend, aren't you sick of people like this oaf treating you like you just can't do anything about them? I mean, really, look at him. He's so flabby and gross and weak. Fight back, prove yourself.
Don't be bitch made.
Okay.
Mama
All right.
didn't raise a bitch, did she?
Well, Nico, could you describe to us how how uh damn it, yeah, how kicking the head manifests? Is there a
So
physical? Go ahead.
the way it manifests to those who can see his anima ability would see uh the hat and jacket that is paired with it appear on him basically um as the conductor's wand appears in his hand that is not holding Lars's shoulder um
Hmm.
and he kind of like gives it a little wave as a method of like activating the ability.
As you're talking
Uh,
with your free hand, you gesture to him like your mama didn't raise no bitch. And at that final word, it's when you activate a kick in the head, waving your hand as such. Just acting as natural as like hand gestures in a conversation. And as you do so, several small musical notes kind of fly through the air from your crescendo wand, and they circle around Jonathan's body. And for the viewing audience, it's these dark notes that kind of hover around him, and he starts to feel lethargic as he goes, "Who the hell are you calling up? Oh man, my back's really hurt." And he takes his hand off of Lars as he holds his body as you can visually see like his muscles deflate a bit.
yeah,
Not even a
I
bit, they're deflating.
and I look at Lars. I continue to goad him on. I'm like, come on, look at him. He's pathetic. You're letting this try to get the better of you and boss you around.
And Lars doesn't have any words. He's shaking, but his resolve stands on the ground. He stands on the ground, stops shaking, but he doesn't see anything as he's like babbling to himself and stuttering. And he shoves Jonathan to the ground. Please stay away from me, bully!
God, we need to work on your insult talk. It's like pottery, it rhymes.
Okay, hold on. I can't let this happen to him.
Okay.
For my sake.
I'd like to
So,
roll to whisper to tempt the mortal.
I am going to I
Sorry, just Mark imitates life, and as he's pulling back, there's a portal of hell opens behind Lars. Hey, I can make you stronger. Aren't you demon worried about a horde? How do you know that? How do I
No,
not?
I'm not worried about a horde. I'm concerned. There's a difference.
the funniest part is my only ability my only way I can help him is by making him roll my D4 instead of his D6.
Wait. This is a 1,000 IQ play. Think about it. If he has a better chance of rolling a 4, he needs to crit. That's all he needs to do.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, I'm going to spend 2 AP to use my ability to
You roll
Wait, hold
this.
on.
What the heck
Can,
did you roll this
can,
roll?
can we, like,
and
What happened, line?
I was gonna say, can he, like, in a way, junction to use his intelligence stat to, like, boost up this fucking
No.
abysmal roll?
It's part of his anima power that allows him to
No.
do this.
Okay.
Yeah.
and as a result, as whenever an enemy or ally declares rolling a dice, as a reaction, I can try to swindle the odds of that roll. I'm going to make him roll it using my strength instead
Fine. Yeah.
as a reaction. So
I'm
he's
gonna
rolling
probably
a d4, but
you go ahead and roll that D4.
no, he rolls it using mine. Unless it's easier for you just for me to do it.
No, because I don't want to roll it in fear. I don't land the roll.
Alright.
This is a fucking phenomenal
3!
time. Hey, that's battle. That's
Not enough.
literally
Not enough.
slid.
Hold on. Actually, I'm gonna private roll. Let's see if I remember how to do private rolls.
You can do
I
that?
You
Yes.
can.
Yeah.
In the dice icon, tick the GM roll thing.
I think it is just /GM. It's like /R,
It,
but
it,
just
it
/GMR.
let me.
I just flicked the flick switch too. Hold on. Oh,
Yeah.
whoops, wrong. One thing. Wow. Huh. Talk about shit luck for this guy. Unfortunately, Lars barely beats him in a strength contest, even with his strength
Yes.
reduced.
Cripplify!
And the reason I say this is that while the rolls may be while the other guy's roll may be higher, I had a roll of that. We all have to factor in the fact that Lars over here is being enhanced by anima power. So I'm gonna squeeze Lars a little bit of the victory with all this anima energy pouring around this whole area. There's like music notes being played all over the place. There's like it's a literally band, as if a band were here. How hard Nico is trying to get Lars to win this fight as Lars pushes Jonathan over. Lars blinks incredulously. Did I do that?
Oh my god, gonna kill him. Kalis, I'm gonna kill him. Michael, be my witness. I'm gonna kill this son of a bitch.
I try
Michael's
my
gone.
best. I try my best to
Lars's
blink
glasses.
past.
Yeah, Lars' glasses are off. He's just staring incredulous.
Yeah.
Jonathan's fucking bewildered, but he's literally being Nasus eat right now, so he's just stuck on the ground.
I try to look past the what's like how just like awful like Lars is just like to exist around.
Oh, Lars, no,
And
while you're not looking at the scene, you notice there's a fucking crowd of people watching you. All of you.
um and I go, oh man, guys, I could do something really funny right now.
What's that?
All right, how? Because oh man, it'd be so funny if I just went, Lars, why the fuck did you do that? Now that there's a crowd of people here.
Gaslight. Gaslight like there's no gas for tomorrow.
Oh man. Okay.
There's definitely a large crowd of I don't want to put all the tokens that would be there, but there's at least 20 other students. They've heard the commotion, and there are other people just running around. I like to imagine there's just a pygmy wearing a uniform going, "School fight! School fight!"
I
Round stop!
at this point I go, Lars, be proud of yourself. You stood up for yourself today. And then I
Breathing
drop the
deeply.
effect of my anima and I walk away.
Um, okay, we got to do this very slowly. Hold on. Jonathan's still on the ground. He's still dazed from your effects, being under the effects of your of Ticket the Head. You deactivate the anima. Lars leaps on to Jonathan
Oh
and
no!
starts to punch and kick him as hard as he can.
um, I begin walking away.
That's something. That's not my fault anymore. Since
Well, let me see if
Nico.
one thing, if he lands at least a crit here. Nope, it wasn't on your side, kid. Uh, Nico, you walk away very slowly or fast.
It's like like that's like that specific walk where like the characters they start whistling with the put their hands in their pocket, take one really long step, and then they like start walking pretty quickly away.
We'll say you take about 3 tiles away, right? And right before you're about to take your your run forward and whatnot, you can hear the audible "Get off me, you damn nerd!" as regains his strength, pulls tries to pull Lars actually off him as Lars is impressively just sticking on this dude, going, "No, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you," trying to hurt Jonathan at whatever he can. And I give him one
It's
last
more like
d6.
everyone's like now looking. It's like,
Nope.
oh man, this is more pathetic than cool. And then just kind of
And
like,
you walk into a lady. She's a student too. She's wearing the uniform. Um, he gives you a knowing glare before stepping to the side and yells, "Jonathan! Lars, stop this already!" Jonathan goes, Katie, I don't got time to deal with you. Lars here, almost, oh, sorry, not Katie, Liz. Liz, I don't got time to deal with you. Lars here trying to jump me with that new kid. That new kid, as you were still
we're
trying to walk away. And Liz holds your shoulder. Similarly.
Well, as he starts screaming "new kid," Nico's like, "I did nothing."
Liz gives you a disappointing stare. And
He,
she
he
holds you in
shrugs.
place.
He's not like at this point, people are trying to drag him into it. He shrugs. He's like, "I didn't do anything."
shit, man. What the fuck are you talking about? I just like said
Yeah,
I.
guilty people, innocent people don't run very fast.
Well, yeah, he wasn't like running. He just started walking away.
Liz
Yeah,
And
gives
the
not like
you
whole
a
thing was already.
no, it wasn't like a slow casual walk per se. It was like a determined walk, but he wasn't running per se.
Liz looks at Nico, the newcomer. What did you say to get Lars riled up? He's never like this. It's always give Jonathan the money, and that's it.
Wow.
So
Extortion.
you're so you're what's the word I want to use here?
Enabling it?
Um yeah, so no, it's like so you're encouraging that behavior?
Well, yeah, it gives me a chance to kick Lars' ass at the lunch cafeteria and then return. That's not Lars. To kick Jonathan's ass at the cafeteria and give Lars back his money. It's sort of a routine we have going on here, Mr. She waves her hand to get your name.
Vega.
Mr. Vega. So,
Fake.
what did you say to get Lars all riled up? He's never like this. And Lars is like still trying to swing as Jonathan's standing now, but he has his arms stretched out, so Lars is never going to land a good hit.
He's just holding Lars back.
Yep.
Nico shrugs and he's like, I called your friend Jonathan an unseemly oaf, and told Lars I didn't know his mother raised a bitch.
Hmm.
And then he
I like
shrugs.
to remind the audience that he still hasn't turned off his anima power. He's still rolling with your strength.
Well, so my
You cut.
D4
Yeah,
is a one-time reaction for one roll.
yeah. I gotta change that
So
up. All right.
so
Yeah. No.
Lars has his D6 back.
Okay. So then, uh, Lars is still in this angry fit, just being empowered by the sensation he had of this anima energy. But everyone else doesn't, including Nico, doesn't get that. Like the characters don't understand why Lars is still quite visually upset and trying to still fight. It takes a good minute or two with even Liz trying to calm Lars down. But do you stay around or do you try to get to your way to the library?
After like a sec, like when Liz walks away from him to go try to calm Lars down, Nico like stands there awkwardly for a second or two, and he just goes like, I'm just going to go back to what I was doing now.
Sure.
You guys have fun with that." And I walk away.
And you make your way to the fabled library. There's a stewardess, there's a librarian who sits at the desk. I don't have a token for her, but she is an elderly lady, gray hair, pink sweater. She has the school emblem on her, like a crest on the
Hmm.
pink sweater she wears. And there are only about two or three other students here. If there's anyone else, you can't see them if they're standing behind the bookshelves and such. There
Yep.
are only 4 rows of physical bookshelves here. As this image is accurate. The library is this small. This is it.
We don't have enough money for parking.
I'm assuming this is like pathetic compared to
Oh, fucking
Oh yes.
absolutely. Avalon has a whole wing, like a whole building dedicated to a
Like
library.
you know, you know, like how a CEO has a dedicated floor to himself. Yeah, they have a dedicated floor for the library. That's how I'm
um
thinking. That's how.
Yeah?
Nico sighs to himself, quietly, mutters something about the lower class under his breath,
Shit, these poor people.
and then starts fucking rooting his way around the
Smart
library,
people, he
searching
says.
searching for
So
any
cringe.
information he can find on literal, for real, actual hell.
So like, wait, hold
Mm.
on. Before like Vega does all that, as he says that under his breath and walks away, you see behind him the shadow of my one is like, he lives through me.
Mm.
Ew, ew, he
He
lives
lives.
through me. Ew. Okay,
So
Nico. Oh,
sorry.
damn, I said womp womp. Nico, as you walk into the library atrium, right? You're taking your first few steps. Where are you just walking straight in?
Yeah,
Okay. So you take your first few steps walking through and walking towards, I'm assuming the bookshelves, right?
yeah.
Young man, the elderly lady speaks up from behind the counter. I need you to stop right there and check in
Mhm.
with me.
He turns around,
Why,
finally,
hello
like
there.
noticing her for the first time. He's like,
Hiya, buddy.
"Oh,
I'm Nadia.
hello."
Naughty of business.
Yes, I need to check in.
Yeah, give me. I would like to have your guardian Mithral student ID, please. You do not have one.
Ooh. He audibly goes, ooh.
You do have our
Hmm.
uniform, so I'm aware that you have your ID on you.
Mm.
Oh, we're gonna have a problem if you don't have your ID.
Like you see, like
Well,
come on, Vega won't, Nico won't see this, but she's like slowly reaching for like fucking an iron
the
right
fucking
underneath
pay.
his desk.
It's a fucking golf
The
glove.
9 iron is
Um,
called
he-
Renault.
he's like, okay, I'm in a bit of a unique situation. I do not currently have a Garden Mythval
Oh, I
identification
see.
card.
Reaches for the revolver and stuff.
Reaches for the shotgun.
He will produce his Garden Avalon identification card, hand it to her, and
Oh,
go.
no, no, dear. I said I needed your Garden Mithril student ID. She completely ignored what you said.
He's like, yes, I've worked out with the dean, I believe the douchebag is.
It was
Yeah,
the
Dean.
dean.
He's like,
Hmm.
I've worked out with Dean Jasper that I'm to in I believe it was a
Being
week's
jackass.
time.
Her
Um,
smile stays on her face and cuts you off. Does it look like Dean Jasper's here, sweetie?
he pauses.
If
He's
you
like,
don't have your Garden Mithril ID, I need you to leave the library.
I I put my Garden Avalon ID back in my pocket, and I walk just outside the door to the library, and I turn around and I look for a sign that says I need my ID.
Oh, it's right there, dude. It's also part of some advertising there. When you're looking right on that wall, I want to list 4 pieces of advertising you see because it's part of the Garden Mithral's like note board of stuff, right? Uh, some of the classrooms have this, including the library. This one has you need Garden Mithral ID present. Late fees are non-negotiable. Late penalties past a certain due date are finable by expulsion. And the what time of year is it? No, it's the yeah. So they're going to be getting ready for the spring solstice in the library atrium. Also, someone crudely put an advertising for a wrestler you've never heard of and fighting style that you can learn off them. Seems like there's a note, several of these strips for calling for this fighting style has already been taken.
Christ, it's like those
Um,
advertisers you see for like the apartment complex. Call 555. What's the number for the fucking?
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. It's an advertising for some sort of fighting style.
okay, I walk back in. I'm like, Nico's like, "Ugh, all right. I'm staying here for a week until Dean Jasper is able to allow me to take the entrance exam. I was hoping to come here to study up for said entrance exam. If I come back with my roommate, would I be able to study here?
Sounds like for a week
Well,
your ass ain't gonna be in here.
if you'd like to be, if you, if you'd like to use the library, I'm going to need a student ID from Garden Mitzvah for each student who wants to study here. Study groups are only done by students of Garden Mitzvah. If I don't have your student ID, sweetie, how do I know you're not a terrorist?
Hmm.
I I have a student ID
You
for
have
another school.
you have 2 more minutes until I have to call security. I'm starting to feel the situation's escalating and I'm not explaining myself properly.
It it's not escalate. I'm just as confused, man.
Oh,
Like like I, I like let's take a step back. I understand from my perspective that you are following a protocol. Okay, I get that. But terrorist, really? I feel
Briber.
like that's a little much.
I'm gonna explain myself only once, sweetie. I work and see hundreds of people come and go from the library who have always given me their student IDs. The only people who have never given me their student IDs are non-student faculties who do not need to be in the library. That's the cleaning facility, but you are no cleaning schools with you. You're not part of the security force, and I can tell that because you're not wearing a security uniform. You look like an imposter to me. And there are plenty of terrorist activities going on lately. Have you not seen the news, Sonny, about those dastardly anima users?
Oh no.
He pauses a minute. He's like, "Can I bribe you by chance
I'm calling
Go on.
with
security.
money?"
Well, guess
read,
not.
read the name tag. It's like
Cash
credit
bribes
drives not about.
only.
Yeah, cash bribes only.
He's like,
Seriously, reference. Nadia points at her
Yeah.
librarian badge. What's it called? Librarian card bribes only. Damn it.
it's like,
I'm getting
I'm
tired
gonna
of these
call.
anima users. I wouldn't live near one. They drive down the
Ooh.
economy.
We smell an anima user right now.
all right.
There's one
Dave
of them
Knight says
sneaking
You know
around
what?
this way.
You know what? Okay. So I notably did not see a no loitering sign, correct?
fuck. No, you did not see a no loitering sign.
I stand right outside the library door.
So there's no loitering. She screams for the. And
No,
she's like,
no,
there's no sign.
We're just gonna leave it there for right now. I want to let the seed just simmer, like you marinate. I want to come back
Yeah.
to it. Nico, you just stand at the threshold. The doors can't close because they're automatic sliding doors. You just hold your arm. You got Nadia
Mm,
from the door frame. Right at the current moment, right now, before we go and get over, Nadia doesn't seem to give a shit that you're doing this. Just let's remember this, okay?
Okay, that's fine. I'm a very patient man.
I bet
Uh,
that boy's an anima user. They don't even listen.
okay.
Size falling apart because those
I
damn
bet
anima
this. I
users.
bet this bitch has Crohn's. Fuck you,
You're starting to get a picture of the people that work at this garden, aren't you?
dude. They're all fucking douchebags except for the one girl. Even the
Probably goes home
students are
and
mean.
talks to her cat.
Excuse me, we're gonna talk to my cat.
Dude,
I
look at the
haven't
fucking.
I haven't been touched in over 25 years. That's why I'm so cranky.
Oh,
Can
such a
you
bitter
fill
old
my
bitch.
dry? Can you moist my dry hole?
I
Excuse
Dude,
me?
if Nico was even just like a slightly different character, there was 100% a chance of him looking her dead in the eye and going, "Can I bribe you with money and / or sex?"
She's a size queen too.
Oh my god.
No
All
wonder
right.
she can't get any pull.
All
Before
right,
we get
that's enough.
derailed any
That's
further,
enough about me.
we're gonna quickly go over to Steinrich. We see Steinrich sleeping in a bed. Now we quickly go over to Edmund. No, I tease you, Loon. We're gonna have a scene with you. We're gonna keep it in the city view though, because it's gonna be a lot easier for me to just translate in like a theater of mind this
Hear
for
the
you.
monologue.
Demians, knock the fuck out.
Yeah, every part of your being is exhausted. You've never done that before, and you're a little worried that you probably won't couldn't do that again. As your mind is you're dancing in your mind palace. Your thoughts are racing. You can't make a coherent thought. Every moment it's just one thought. It plays out and then it comes into a different thought in memory. So for one instance, you're thinking about Deimos, his robes, the jewels that he wears, the colors that he has. Who the fuck is yelling outside my door?
Almost, man.
Oh, that's me. Sorry, I got hungry.
That's fine.
Sorry, Dungeon. I'm T-posing outside your window.
Yeah, like
Yes,
a
yeah.
posing.
Sorry, man. That's my bad. I forgot to mount CS source.
Yeah, and I'm also a posing the apartment next door for.
like the universal fuel. Okay,
It's a
back
skibbity
to
toilet.
what I was saying.
Fuck off, Evie.
Wait, what happened?
No, don't say it. I swear to God, Evie, you'd say it. Yo,
Hello?
I'm back. My Discord died.
Oh
I
no.
thought you were laughing.
I was, and then my Discord died.
Oh,
Discord said, "Did I catch you having fun?"
yeah, I caught you having fun. Oh yeah, by the way, Astro Bot won Game of the Year.
Yep.
Good.
We also got a new Okami.
Dude,
Yeah, the fun.
Astro Boy won like fucking 6 awards.
Good. It's a good game.
I hope Sony makes more games like it.
Yeah, let's encourage the gaming market by supporting really good games, so we don't get Veilguard again.
I'm just saying, Helldivers 2 won 2 awards and the Illuminate came out today. I'm happy.
You mean the
Alright, I'm
alien zombie?
challenging the homeless man to a duel of Spirals Shuffle.
Hmm.
No, it's not a homeless guy. It's just one of my roommates being excessively loud about some sort of personal drama. I just had to listen in a bit because I didn't want them to be yelling at me for talking. Because if it were them being mad about me talking, then I'd get out my apartment and be like, "The fuck's your problem?" It's not me, so I
I'm
don't
full
give a
of
shit.
stuff. Yeah, I'm
Back.
full of softballs, man. You want to throw hands? I'm willing to throw hands.
So, back to what I was saying. Cynric, your body's stressed beyond all of you newest feelings you ever felt. You're jumping through different thoughts and memories, like Deimos, his cloak, his silver cloak, and all the jewels and colors of like literally the rainbow in front of you, the kaleidoscope of colors that come across. You see a silver woman look at you for a moment, and then next moment you see you're hanging out with Lance again. You're chatting with what's it called, Edmund and stuff, and you're just cycling through all this different memories, and it takes you an undiscernible amount of time before finally you are back at the airport. But the thought doesn't disappear this time. You're here. You look around you and you can see that there are people moving. Well, kind of. They're definitely people, but they are like porcelain skin. They have eyes for sure, but they don't have irises, and they don't have any expressions on their faces. They do have hair and they wear clothes, and you notice your clothing is that of a police uniform. Cyril, you remember that you're on shift. What do you want to do?
I guess
You
walk around see how things are doing.
you begin to patrol. Question mark, question mark, question mark. As you're patrolling around, you see that the area that your mind has brought you to right now is a sort of food court. And I'm saying that as the player to understand. Cynric is still kind of confused where he is. But for the player, you understand that he's stepping into sort of a food court. There are different vendors selling various foods. They seem to be things that we would typically associate as Tyrian food, like spaghetti and hamburgers, salads, yogurts, etc. It doesn't seem too foreign or crazy, and the environment seems to be just as normal. Cyrex sees people, hundreds of people, honestly, enjoying meals across several different tables, either in groups, by themselves, ordering food, or working to make the food. Everything here is fine. Up ahead, Cyrex, there's a divert in the path. You can either continue going down this lane and go to the terminals where everyone's waiting to go out into the starport, or you can go check out the check-in line for the people who are entering the starport.
Excuse me. Oof.
Hmm. Let's check on the people leaving.
Leaving? Okay. You begin to step the threshold across This because I'm describing it, it seems fast that you're traveling between the starport, but it is a noticeable time of walking. And you cross over a threshold that leads you into the terminal area, the terminal bay area, where passengers are either waiting to go on their their and as you're trying to come up with the word, Cynric, he's failing you. You stop walking for a moment. Starport. The hell is here? Where are people actually going? You want to continue looking around?
Sure.
You can also choose to try to ask questions, take a better look in, what's it called? Like, interact with your environment, or continue, like, so you can interact with your environment, you can patrol further and just, ignore this feeling. You can try to talk to someone, or look to
I
see
guess
if
I'll.
someone you can talk to. hmm
Yeah, I'll see if I can talk to somebody.
So, do you want to talk to, like, maybe a store vendor? Do you talk to a civilian? Do you talk to someone who's actually working in the area? What do you want to try to go for?
I say store vendor.
Okay. And it doesn't take you long, even in the terminal bay where all the people are waiting to go into that word. There's even stores across here in this waiting area. And it doesn't take you long to find one of these vendors who are selling merch that is designed to help the experience of traveling. Neck pillows, blankets, snacks, magazines. And a friendly man is standing behind the counter. Except his face is the same like everyone else, and the only way that you know he's a man is that you have this sense you know him personally. The man goes, "Oh, hi, Cynric. Hi,
Hey
Omar."
there.
No,
I'll
his
sit.
name is Omar.
Hello, Omar.
How's it going, Cynric? It's running regular ships. Everything looking good and safe. You keeping the place safe? He nudges you with a smile, keeping everybody safe.
Yeah, I just gotta ask you something.
What's that?
Is there like some event going on? Cause there are a lot of people traveling recently.
Cynric, you feeling well, buddy? He looks concerned. You work at a starport as security. Of course there's a lot of people. Thousands. This is a slow day. Omar looks around.
Getting kind of scared actually.
Slow day.
Eh,
Yeah. Right.
Derek, is everything okay? You, do you need a Glorbenson work? He offers you something like a donut.
Mm, I guess I'll take one.
Call it on the house, man. You need something in your system. Maybe something's, you need some food in your stomach so you can think straight. That's what it is.
Yeah. Good call.
Obtain Glorberschlorp. Donut shape.
It's got like
It smells.
vitamin pulp
It
pink.
smell. No, sorry. It smells of a pastry dough, and it's got a sweet aroma to it.
Yeah, it's high in rich in vitamin pink glow.
Delicious.
And we're gonna cut the scene as the idea here is now that Cyric's mind is amending itself. His body is coming in a little bit more stronger, and he's He's living on the previous memory of him at the starport he worked at before coming to Spiral City. And as he takes a bite of this donut shape and continues his shift, a white lady with white hair, flowing dress, follows ominously behind Cynric. Cynric turns to look as if feeling her presence, but she doesn't appear in front of him, but again behind him, forever behind him, in a way he can't see her. He shrugs and continues his shift as normal, as this would be another day in Cynric's life in his previous life as a bodyguard for the starport. That nothing noteworthy had happened. It's just his mind helping him heal. We turn now to the sauntering stallion.
And with that, I'll use the bathroom.
Of course. Edmund, where were we last time?
Uh,
We were looking into a case, if I'm not mistaken.
well, that red stuff was happening.
Yeah, the meteor is no longer an issue. It, it came and it disappeared like it came like a sudden Amber Alert and disappeared just as relevant too. As green tea, I'll move the camera over too. Let's take us to the sauntering stallion. As green tea and Devon both return back into the sauntering stallion itself after going outside trying to see where that meteor would have gone. Devon looks uh, shaken as he sits down at the bar stool. What the actual fuck was that? Green
Well,
tea, drugs? I don't know, man.
Can't have shit
Never.
in this city.
Victor speaks quietly. I think somehow Lance McKinley is involved. That's my 2 cents.
no, unfortunately, Lance McKinley was off doing Lance stuff. Speaking of, Evan's gonna call Travail Police Department.
Sure. It takes you about 2 minutes, but you get into the line with an operator. Hi, Prevail Police Department. How can I help you? How can I direct your emergency?
Hmm.
It was about
Got him.
that stupid stall. It's okay. You can come out the bunch. Yeah.
Well, actually,
Uh,
yeah, no, she would kind of actually the line makes a great point. She would actually give you a fair warning. Like, actually, yeah, no, the line would be super busy with people trying to call about it. You would have a harder time getting Travail at the moment, the police department, because they're
Oh,
all.
I'm sorry, Evie. I didn't mean to
But
railroad him like that.
you do have a direct line to Yanagata. He has given you his personal number, and you have a direct line to Juniper. She would not have not given you that by this point.
he's gonna call Juniper.
It takes a few rings, similar to like the call you tried to do earlier, but don't worry about it, line. It does still take a little bit of time for her to pick up, but she eventually goes, "Sorry, Juniper, Wavels, how can I help you?"
Are you okay, Juniper?
A lot of people are calling in about a red rock falling from the sky. I can't see anything.
We saw it all the way here from Market District as well.
I felt it, yeah. Disappeared though.
Uh, well,
Lance didn't do anything, right?
Oh my god.
Yanagata wants Lance in the office right now to explain himself. So I'm trying to buy Lance some time.
well, from and Lance Edmund would know this. From what I understand, is he was trying to get in touch with the Baron. I don't know if that panned
No.
out for him, but he answered from the door knocker.
Wait, you called Lance with a door knocker? I don't remember that. I know.
No, he's referring to Nico.
Yeah, I know Nico.
No, Nico, like,
Nico told. Yeah, Nico told him
Nico
that.
told Edmund.
Yeah.
Well, that homeless person got a line for the door knocker that Lance brought in.
Nico, that homeless student, Nico.
Yeah,
Ah.
apparently he was shooken. Lance was shooken up over something.
Well, where? So he has an alibi being at the Baron's estate. Okay. Well, it doesn't clear his name. We've known him to for shit to happen across different districts, so he's not out of the ringer just yet. Do you know where he is?
No.
Okay, I'll call him.
All right, keep me updated.
And do you know nothing about where that red rock came from? Nothing about it?
I felt it. I looked out. I walked outside the Sauntering Stallion, and I saw it. I thought it was going to hit Travail.
He blinks a bit. I'm gonna retcon something I said earlier because it makes more sense that she saw it too, since she's literally an anima user and felt it. Yeah, it was really fucking close, and then it was gone. I didn't see where it went. It looked like it hit something, but no impact. Nothing happened. I'll keep you updated from what we find out. But
Well,
it's East
could
Bay
it
that
have been?
everything happened in, so we're not exactly gonna be able to confirm anything anytime soon.
Well, we all here at Goldschlager felt it. Could it be an anima related thing?
Oh, most definitely. Yanagata felt it too. It has to be an anima thing, because our other staff members didn't know anything and didn't see the rock until we mentioned it. I
Is
wonder
that
if the
enough
Spiral
legitimate
Council
suspicion?
saw it.
Ah,
Well, let me let you go so I can give Lance a call.
okay. Fuck.
Devon
Evan's
looks at.
gonna
Mhm.
Evan's gonna hang up and look over at Devon and try to call Lieutenant Delta.
Lieutenant Delta picks up after a few rings. What's the update, Edmund?
There was a giant red
We're getting
meteor.
calls. Yeah, we're getting calls about the spottings too.
Yeah, it was an. Uh, I called over to Travail because it looked like it was at Travail. Uh, Squad Zero felt it as well. We believe it's some sort of anima power.
Audible, exhaust sigh.
Ta-da!
Fuck, that's not gonna sit well. Okay.
Also,
hmm
I can tell you for a fact Lance McKinley was not involved in this.
For one.
You hear Delta. His voice is a little bit further from the phone. He goes, "Hey, take Lance's name off the list."
I don't know what happened.
Oh my god, I just love the idea, like the big stupid nonsense that happens in the city's like on 1-2 guy to go to his Lance.
I can count at 5 with one hand, says Lance's pygmy. One.
Yeah,
He puts his palm up and starts
from
sweating.
from what I understand is he was trying to get a meeting with the Baron. Something about the Baron wanted to see him personally after he got back from.
That's above our pay grade, and let their business be their business. Delta speaks firmly.
Uh, so about this case with these three anima users.
They're a pair. They're a running trio. It seems like. What other information you need to know?
When were they last spotted?
3 days ago at a mall in the mark in not Cervantes. Oh, in Cervantes district. Yeah, in the Cervantes district. There's a mega mall district. Not mega mall. There's a mega mall that sits at the very farthest end of the Cervantes district. That is where there's a relic shop that you guys went to a few times. You even had a fight out there for the black hole sun fragment. Hmm?
I remember that fight.
I remember that fight.
I just can't remember the name.
It's
Something
like,
like Loot Goblin or something?
yeah, Loot Goblin or something. Yeah, but that store is in that market, like that shopping district area, and in that shopping district area of the Cervantes district, the very north of it, uh, that is where they were last spotted. They were robbing a jewelry store. The key witnesses to the jewelry store theft are two civilians and a security guard who is severely injured. The security guard's injuries are horrific, to say the least. The man's arm was liquefied, the left one, and his right foot as well. And when I say liquefied, it turned to soup on the scene. The forensic experts were able to determine that the limbs that were liquefied weren't melted, they just turned into water. But they still kept the same properties of skin, the epidermis, bones that turned into water, the blood that turned into water, all of it got liquefied.
So we might be dealing with an anima user who can manipulate the water inside of our bodies.
We already know, you already have some of the intel from, we have given, like, in your original profile, like, or you were given some information that you have an anima user, a lady who can manipulate, because she gave her anima power when people were forced to register. Her anima's name's Coca-Cola. We believe
That
Coca-Cola is using her powers to disarm security staff and heist the stores. Her
where
accomplices may or may not be anima users. We have not seen any other powers. We have seen in these robberies that if they have vaults to hold items and whatnot, that somehow Coca-Cola and the gang are still able to get in there. So we don't know what fullest extent to her powers that she has, but it seems to be that she's good. She is either good enough, or there's another anima user in the group. Proceed with caution, and the most important thing is they only attack at night. So you'll need to do a night
Sticker.
stakeout.
where is the security guard? Is he in the hospital or
It would be because Market District would have their own hospital. Yeah, they have their own hospital. So he would be in sorry, I'm trying to think of the district's name. Cervantes, Aristotle, and Gambino. There you go. He'd be in the Gambino hospital.
do we have jurisdiction in Gambino?
You have jurisdiction across all of Market District, dude.
The Edmund
Except the
doesn't know
Barons.
that. He's asking Lieutenant Delta because he doesn't know if it's
Okay,
Cervantes only.
so yep, I'm just gonna abridge him, but he's gonna give you the legality and I'm gonna be explicit and go. You have jurisdiction in any anima-related case to chase and apprehend any what's it called, people. You have the
Interest?
same people of interest, yes, and suspected anima users. You have legal jurisdiction to go over to, like to any establishment or person and have reasonable cause and demands from them. You can't just ask some random person, "Hey, join me to help take this anima user down." It's more like, "Hey, store owner, can you lend me some information? I know you're involved somehow, and I can push to get even more legal weight here if I need to." And when it comes to anima users specifically that you are suspecting of a crime, you can just completely arrest them. You have full jurisdiction over their fate. And you would be considered the arresting officer to help with any cases. So if there is a need for you to arrest them, but you want to also help them, that you are the strongest ally in that case for them. But that's at the end of the day what the anima user does whilst being arrested by you. We all clear?
Okay. Yep.
Okay. So
So I think our best course of action. I'm gonna go over to the Gambino hospital and talk to that security guard, and I'm going to have what's the redhead guy's name again? Devon. Devon and Victor go to the mall and see if they can find any information in that store,
the jewelry store, sure.
jewelry store.
You still talking to Lieutenant Delta about this, or are you addressing me as the DM?
Both.
Lieutenant Delta just gives you for affirmation. Call back with updates. I want results, Edmund. It hangs up.
All right, boys. He's gonna hang up. Victor and Devon, you're going to the mall. The
Hey,
relic
we're gonna get
shop.
our accessories and tools and rings.
No.
Oh,
I assume Lieutenant Delta gave him the name of the relic shop, right?
it's not a relic shop. It's just a jewelry shop.
The jewelry store then.
Yeah, it'd be a jewelry store. The shiniest pearl.
Okay, you two are gonna go to the shiniest pearl. Ask for information. Victor, try not to kill anybody.
No
No
promises.
promises.
Thank you.
get information. I'm going to the Cervantes hospital and talking to the god. Apparently, one of the anima users can manipulate the water in our bodies. And
Green tea is drinking his drink and goes, mm?
she liquefied a god's arm from the inside.
He drinks audibly loud and goes, Anima users can do that?
A green tea, if I wanted to, I can level this entire city block.
Oh, he says solemnly. All I can do is rock out with my guitar.
It's how you use your powers.
What, you saying I can level the city too?
No, don't
Devon
level the
speaks up.
city.
Please don't give him ideas. Green tea looks at Edmund with like a slow blink, one left and then one right.
It's like the commercial for the cologne, the aftershave. Use this for good, never for evil, and his eyes start glowing. You know the one I'm talking about, right?
I think I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, I will look for it. I will look for it.
So, yeah,
We'll
Devon
continue.
and Vincent will, no, sorry, Devon and Victor will go to the shiniest pearl in the Cervantes district, where Edmund will go to the Gambino Hospital. Um, we're going to take the lenses of Mr. Miles, and we're going to go to the hospital. When you enter the hospital, Edmund, the camera angle gets into a fixed state, and you get tank controls.
Oh, fuck.
Now it's just obnoxiously holding your hand like you're holding a gun, but you don't have a gun in your hand.
Edmund's gonna walk up to the information desk.
No, you gotta walk along the walls and like spam X. See if
Yeah,
you
there
find
you
the
go.
hidden man.
Yeah,
You
then
spam
like you
X,
find
you
out,
spam X against a hidden wall, and you find a pygmy. Hey,
and then like you find out that you hold
finally
down the circle button.
free.
If you hold down the circle button, if you hold down the circle button, you accelerate. So you begin bashing your face like 50 times into the same wall.
If I
Okay, but
backdash, can I skip the? Or if I back hop up the stairs, can I go faster than the elevator and clip myself into the admin room?
I'll have you roll if you want to seriously do something like that. I have no
No.
problem. But seriously, you wake up. We can just ad lib talking to the nurse because as soon as you flash your um your police badge, it says squats, old slagger. She simply complies to any of your needs as long as it doesn't violate, certain patient by privacy. But it's an active investigation, so she allows you onto the fourth floor. I think, yeah, that's the right floor. On the floor for his injury. It's the intensive care unit. As that dude is before you enter the room, oh, you can see that he's missing his left arm. It is just not there. And his right foot's missing too. He looks hurt and has his face bandaged, but he has his left eye showing. He's currently conscious, and he seems to be reading something, like a newspaper. The
No,
nurse looks at
I
you
lost my.
knowingly, Edmund, and goes, just take your time with him. He has been conscious for too long, so ease him into things.
Edmund's gonna knock on the door.
Come in. The stern voice from behind speaks.
He's gonna walk in and look at the guy. Did Lieutenant Delta give him a name of the security guard?
Gary.
Gary.
Gary, Indiana!
Gary, Indiana.
Man, you do look like a Gary.
Mr.
That's right.
Gary.
Meow.
Mr. Gary, I'm Edmund Miles. I'm from the Cervantes Police Department.
Oh. Good. You're gonna get her, right? You're gonna get the son of a bitch that did this to me, right?
What I understand what happened, yeah, we're gonna try. I have the rest of my squad. I have the rest of my squad going to the mall right now. I wanted to visit you personally.
He doesn't respond to that. He just nods. You can tell from his eyes he appreciates the notion. He gets some strength and goes, "So, what do you want to ask me?"
I assume you have some sort of mental trauma from the event, and I don't want to bring a
He
lot
looks
of
at his
that up.
arm, looks back at you.
Can you, first off, how close were you to her when this happened?
Well, if we're gonna jump right into that, how about I tell you the night first?
Okay.
Gary sits up. It was something around 10:50 or 11 that night. We were just getting the Chinese pearl ready to close. Already told the other security guard, Brian, that he can leave for the night. So it was just me. I was closing shop up and takes a moment. She appeared. She was a girl, something like in her teens. She was crying that she needed help. He says some guy was chasing her, so Gary sighs loudly. I listened to instinct and I took her into the store to keep her safe. When I went over to the door frame, I started watching the environment and seeing if anyone was coming by behind her. It was just an empty lot and the road was clear as far as I could see. And before I had a chance to even ask her where was the dude, and I got hit real hard on the back of the head. When I came to, I was strapped to a chair. There were two other people with this lady now, this teenager, but they didn't. I couldn't see their faces. They wore hoods over their heads, but one of them was a guy for sure. And I took the hood off of the other bitch, so I know she was a girl. But they strapped me to the chair, and they were telling me if I wanted to get out of this alive, all I had to do was tell them how to get into the vault. And I was going to tell them, and as I was explaining it, I guess I took too long, and she took my fucking arm. She just touched it, and it was gone. I, uh, he holds his left stub. I can still feel my hand twitch from time to time. I still feel the scratches that I need to itch, and I can't. Gary starts welling in tears. He had the combination already. And as the sick bitch laughed, she took my leg, the foot too.
But get Eric in here. He'll put those limbs back together.
Take him to this fucking Church of Yellow instead, dude. Silver can't fix that.
There's
I'm
a tech.
joking.
There's a technique that's used with people who are amputated. I can see if we can do that sort of. I can talk to a nurse and see if we can do that sort of therapy. What you do is you put one arm in a box, and in that box it has a mirror.
Oh, yeah, so I know what method you're explaining. But yeah, you go ahead and explain the phantom, how to help cure phantom limb syndrome. I He speaks plainly. I do hope that it does help some way for me. Tell me though, is there anything else I can tell you? They left after robbing the jewelry store. They got into the vault and took all the backstock jewelry. We clearly lost over 20 million gold pieces. Thankfully, the store is
Dang.
insured, so this is definitely a large heist.
$20 million gold.
No, not gold
They
pieces. They in jewelry they stole.
yeah, 20
Yeah.
million in gold. They probably found a fence. Evan's gonna speak out loud. The fence would probably pay 45, anywhere from 25 to 45%. That's still a lot of gold pieces. They might be split amongst 3 people. He's just going down this line of his reasoning, of
Mhm.
like his notes. So if these people are big spenders, we might be able to find other stores in that area. Especially, you said a
The
teenage
woman,
girl getting that sort of money.
teenage girl did this. No, teenage girl was the one who came into the store and tricked me. But it was the older woman with the blue hair. No, sorry, I keep forgetting blue is not a thing here. She had uh yellow hair. It looked dyed, like highlighter yellow. She had a hoodie on. No, not hood. She had a hood on too, a black one. It was like a cloak. Both the guy and the girl did. I didn't get a chance to see the guy's face, but he sounded like a guy. He didn't do anything to me though. He did carry
What?
a lot of the jewelry out.
Well, knowing that she had to physically touch you makes this investigation a lot more easier, because anima users have different ranges in which they can use.
He held his hand up. I don't want to know nothing about anima users. Honestly, I hope all just the bad ones at least get put in jail or something. It's something about hearing this guy, the security guard, just casually mentioning wanting anima users in jail. Just brings Edmund to a bad place with Novus and the anima riot that happened in the market district too, that he had been seen when it was locked down. I'm gonna move you over to the Gambino Hospital. It's over here.
Well, Edmund definitely does know that there are
Oh yeah, for
bad
sure.
actors. They will get their time.
And you're
They'll
gonna
do
catch
this
them, right?
time. We'll try our best.
And when you get her, the one that did this to me, man, you know, rough her up a bit for me.
There are some anima users who can be redeemed. There are some that can't.
I'm not saying she can't. I'm just saying give her a little bit of an ass whooping for me.
Oh, she'll get more than an ass whooping.
Edmund unlocked bloodlust again.
No, wait. It's not
All
what he
right.
meant.
No, of course not. No. But this will end your investigation.
Yeah, for now.
All right. And the travel time for right now that between you and learning this case, and we're on this is the Thursday of the week, literally our play day, but in Spiral City, this is Thursday now. And Cymric, you're sleeping through Thursday.
Yep.
You are absolutely sleeping through Thursday. And Nico's had a great Thursday.
I do have to say though, is Summer sleeping at Dockside or something?
You have no idea where you're sleeping. If
I guess we'll find out later then.
Yep.
First time waking up in a stranger's bed.
I want to be back in the. What was this place? I want to be back in the MRI. Says fucking
Nico
silent.
sends into her, said game night. Open your eyes. You can use your anima powers for good. I don't want to.
Edmund in Cynric's dreams. Now you know.
Now
This
you
is
know.
every time this happens, it's just, oh, we're just not gonna remember it. We're just gonna wake up in the morning, look over, may or may not know, kind of put together what happened, but we wake up knowing, oh, that was really good, or that was really bad. I hate it. It's just Edmund continuing to go on this rant.
And like next to Simon's body, you hear like a tap tap on the mic. This is Lance speaking. You're now fully aware that some people will manipulate your body while you're unconscious. Slowly drift away. That's for you to figure out.
Okay.
They're trying to check Steinrich's pulse, make sure he's still alive, but they can't find the fucking pulse because he's so massive.
He's fucking huge!
Like your quad's bigger than my torso.
Lance? Oh, sorry. Lancelot. It's you.
Yes.
Lance?
Yes.
We last left you
So,
after your experience in the garden. You have taken the oath of knowledge. A special uh a special prismatic force organization. It's similar to how the silver is something of the in-betweens of everything. This oath of knowledge is specifically for knowledge that the mere mortal shouldn't know. The divine, the world secrets, if you will. And Lance has now joined this order, becoming Lancelot.
Great.
Now we've got to kill Lance.
Well, whilst I'm narrating what the Oath of Knowledge is, we are watching Lancelot walk into Doorknocker very methodically, just taking his time, nowhere near the energy that Lance usually displays. It's all calculated, planned. The Oath of Knowledge isn't one organization that has been sought after, nor is it readily available for any to join freely. Lance's involvement is one of a unique case. And being such a unique member into this is more like an anomaly than an actual member. So even when Lance is perfectly planned sitting into the door knocker, he looks into the rearview mirror and he can see his green eyes back to the way they were once before.
he kind of like looks into his eyes a bit, glancing left and right. This is like after the phone call of Nico, I assume.
No, would be you sitting before Nico had called you.
Ah, okay.
So the meteor is still in the air, but just as you predicted, it it wouldn't
No,
have. Huh?
here's the curious thing I have to ask.
Yeah,
Lance felt that meteor, and he saw it too with the Baron. Did
yeah.
Lancelot feel the meteor?
It's still fucking you, just different names.
No, yeah.
So you finish your call with Nico. The meteor doesn't do anything as you predict, Lancelot, and now you are getting another call a few minutes later. In the minutes in between the meteor not doing anything and you sitting in the door knocker, what's Lancelot thinking or preparing himself for?
Oh, he's already shifting to dry. He's going straight to West Bay. He
What's in
needs
West Bay?
stuff. He knows two things on West Bay: his champion belt and Carlos.
Lance, you're preparing
He's
to
just
drive. You get yourself shifted reverse, pull out where you were, and begin to drive out the lot and into the road. You hit the road, and that's when a call comes in. Juniper Waveless. Waveless. Sorry, Juniper Waveless.
Juniper
so
huevos.
like Lancelot would look at that. He looks back into his rearview mirror, begins to picks it up. Hey, Lance here. What's going on? Juniper, you okay? Never really called me.
Yeah, no, I just got some heads up from Nico, the homeless college student.
He's not homeless. He's just misplaced, and you know that.
That's what those liberals would say.
They would call.
Ah, holy shit.
Oh no, based in red pilled pygmy.
Oh
I already
God.
have a red pygmy. He's not based in red pill because he's red.
Based in red pigmead.
Juniper, Juniper, they're putting stuff in the water and turning the pygmies gay.
Let me just reel this in and go. Ah, you're right. Wait. You're right. Lance,
What?
are you feeling okay?
Juniper. I'm perfectly fine. There's nothing to worry about. Look, you know the expression, broken clock is right twice, once a day, you know?
No. Oh. Okay, wait. I gotta ask you. For clarity of the idea, did you get the phrase right or wrong?
He got it right.
Okay. Now, Juniper catches that then and goes, wait, Lance, you were right twice just there.
Well, then, you know, well, technically, look, we got
Where
no
are you,
time to bother
Lance?
with it. I'm on my way to West Bay. Look, I need to go
Why
pick up
West
some
Bay?
stuff. Look, I gotta go pick up something before my investigation. I'll be back. I won't take too long. I'll be back. Don't you worry.
Famous last words. Game night, can we get that itinerary like itemized? Won't take
You know,
long. Hmm.
look, and I miraculously if I disappear for some other worldly reason, just know that hmm, God, how does it? He pulls away the phone and like whispers to himself, "Oh, hello. How the name prismatic do I tell her about making a worry? Shit, it's the last thing to make her worry because it's an idea. Like, don't worry." He pulls back the phone. Yeah, don't worry. If I disappear off the map for a while, I'm still alive. Hopefully. In his head, yeah, that's a Lance thing to say.
Juniper just stays quiet for a bit. He goes, Lance,
Yeah,
you weren't involved with the giant red rock falling from the sky, right?
it was blue because we're anima users. We could see its true form.
Okay, Lance, you're bothering me now. What's wrong with
Look,
you? Something's changed.
I'm
You're not this smart. What happened with you and
Juniper.
the Baron?
You mean aside
Cat
the fact he was
catches.
sat?
Good.
Hang on. You saw as Lancelot is driving and talking, he's kind of like moving through the traffic here and there. You mean aside from the fact he was sandbagging me the entire conversation? Practically got nothing out of. Yeah, practically got nothing out of it. The whole thing.
You're you're not Lance. You sound like him, but n- an
Juniper.
anima user that's just no. Lance is not this well put together.
Hold on, Juniper. Calm down. I am
I'm
Lance.
not what?
Lancelot pinches his brow. Look, relax. It's been a stressful day. That ringing from the meteor. It
See,
might
there
be
you go
caught.
again. You're making sense. I don't like this, Lance.
He pulls the phone away. He's like,
When you're
seriously,
too
how much?
smart. They
Seriously,
hated the red pygmy because he told the truth, says Game
Yeah, I
Night.
love that. I love that.
He pulls the phone. He pulls the phone away. He's like, God damn it! How stupid was he?
Well,
Holy shit!
how stupid was I?
No, yeah, it's just oh my fucking god! It's actually kind of making him frustrated. It's like, okay, look. I'm okay.
I'm going to
Nothing
send.
bad happened.
I'm going to send. We're gonna go to West Bay and pick you up, Lance. Me, Yanagata, and the rest of Squad Zero are gonna get you.
Oh yeah, you, yes, right. Uh, yada yada, the guy who's currently in somewhere else we can't talk about, and of course, my favorite member. How do I say it? Hang on, just a second. God, what's
Falcone.
the not Falcone? Daniel Kaysen. No, Alistair. Yeah, there you go. And Alistair, who's currently kidnapped. Yeah, drastically low. He stops himself a bit away, and then like closes the door. Look, I'm fine. Don't need to worry about me. Everything's okay. I can hear you're stressed out. Yes. drink some water, count backwards from 10, and I'll be back there before you know it. Thank
I
you for
would
watching
say
over me like a big sister.
she's just she's speechless after that. Lance, you're approaching West Bay. You can tell you're approaching West Bay because everything immediately is starting to turn to shit. There's also a security
I got
checkpoint that is not is not does not stop anyone from leaving, but stops anyone from entering.
I gotta go, Jericho. I gotta do this checkpoint.
No, they won't stop
Okay.
you. They're letting you go out into West Bay for free.
Oh, fucking like Lancelot, just kind of like, oh yeah, that's fine. This is a shithole going into. He kind of like rates a bit. He's like, you know how you like, okay, did they hang up? Do I hang up? Kind of moment.
Don't get hurt and come back alive, Juniper just says before hanging up.
Okay. He puts back the receiver. And he's like, he like after he entered West Bay, he drives a bit into it. He kind of stops over like a sidewalk and like, ah, seriously, Lance, how much of an idiot were we? There's no talking. Was it audible silence in that call in the van?
Well, it's not a van,
No, no.
it's a APC. It's an audible
Yeah.
silence in the APC, but yes.
Like before long, it's like, no, I get it. Even with Silver, you're still we were still oh, that's not the point. Oh, yes, we're going to that hole. Yes, I'm going to make sure that everything's fine.
Oh no, Lance isn't taking the schizo medicine.
Oh my god.
It doesn't matter. He still owes me. I don't care what he calls himself.
Yes, we're
That's
still
true.
Falcone. Yeah, we're still
Domini.
Falcone. Yeah, we're still Falcone, and we're going to honor it. Just God, but the primordial force. Just why does everything have to be so goddamn competent? Why does everything so
I found myself
not goddamn
instructing you many times.
colorful? Damn nation. Like, it has to be complicated up here. He starts up the call again and slowly makes his way back to his home.
He only hears the voice in his head. You see the wanton destruction and violence of West Bay. Being now that I have a greater chance to narrate this, West Bay is a series of slums. It's divided between its upper half that's in a wealthier, rich state, and much poorer, shittier South state. And in the South state is where we have Lance driving through his neighborhood. Dilapidated buildings decorate the skyline. You won't find a building any taller than a story or two. Anything bigger than that has holes in it, walls missing. It's Fallout 3.
Hmm.
And there's also plenty of gangers still roaming through the rumbages, fighting over territories and lines that, at this point, you question their sanity more than why they fight.
Damn, Lancelot. No, damn, Lance. We really want to save this whole district. I think it's better off we just let the. Yeah, I know that. I was joking.
Roll a
Yes.
D100 for me. You decide the fate of the area that you're in.
You know, Juniper, this is why you should really
And
reconsider being a trad wife.
Oh god.
Wait, hold on. The
and
whole thing just
before,
kind of skipped.
no worries,
Yeah,
you're gonna roll a
D100.
D100 to decide fate. But you're a West Bay native, so you can tap into that knowledge, decide if the roll's gonna be higher or lower for a better jackpot or a worser outcome.
I'll go higher. Yeah, yeet. Fuck. I knew I should have went low.
You listen to your low.
But if you had gone low, you would have rolled high.
You're driving
I
into
hate that logic.
you're driving
Well,
into
20,
West Bay.
well, 20's an asshole.
Lance's memories start to fade from Lancelot's thoughts.
Oh, shit.
You know
That's
the
not
street.
good.
You only know where to go for driving, but you know where the streets are for your house. the neighborhood starts to get funky to you, and you take a detour that you normally wouldn't as Lance. You get a lot closer to the emissions district, is what they would call it. If this place was more formal, they would call this area the emissions area, because this is where the part in Gridiron Power Station they dump their their they make a lot of energy and they dump the excess that isn't
The
needed.
excess.
So I have a question.
Hmm.
Is
Okay.
this Yugi Yummy Yugi thing happening with Lance right now?
That's a great way to play it. I think that's a really good angle to think about it. Except Yami is Yugi over here. Yami's in charge, and Yugi doesn't have any way to go back to Yami. It's being the physical form.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why it's a one-sided thing going. Yeah,
Okay,
no, he looks
good to know.
schizo, but fuck, it's not.
He is.
Uh,
Lancelot kind of pitched his ground.
if you were any other type of car, I would have make you roll some serious, like make some like roll against this. But you're in the door knocker. It's an APC designed to take light to heavy arm fire. So when about four figures, humanoid for sure, can't tell their genders because their skin is gray and they got scales or claws or an extra appendage growing somewhere it shouldn't. They all had the characteristic milky white eyes though, and they're all snarling at you as mutants are trying to claw into the door knocker.
Cowabunga, dude.
Lan- Lancelot just kicks the door knuckle from its normal driving speed to like kicks it like I imagine he was stalling for a bit, then he starts driving and he's gonna drive into them. That's the reason why there's a damn plow in the front of his car, in
No,
front
no,
of
no,
the
no, no.
APC.
You have four of them rushing to the sides of the APC trying to shake it and stuff. So you just drive all normal. You see a group ahead of them down the road trying to get to you. Well, five of them, and you clear them with
Oh,
the door knocker pretty easily.
he turns on he turns on like the windows to clean up the view, then turns it back off, casually just ignoring the carnage.
You hear several loud pinks, bullets hitting your car, men screaming at you to slow down. There's plenty of gangers trying to get your attention to stop you from driving.
Grandma got ran over by a picnic. Dun, 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 dun.
Da-da-da-da-da. So you just ignore them, and you find that your instincts come back and pick you and drive you back to a familiar district, a familiar place that you call home, Lance. As you've been
Yeah.
getting closer and closer to home, you've been fighting this feeling of anxiety that's been building up in your stomach. At first, you were just telling yourself, it's okay, I'm a little nervous to get home. You feel like you just stepped into a cage. And now you're wondering, did I fuck up this bad? Finally. This is the last crap I'm going to spring. Because as you round the neighborhood to where you live, you caught wind of the enemies of reality. You and everyone who's had their interactions with All Eyes can identify them now as shadowy like figures that blend in with our environment and sleek away in the notice of our vision. The awareness of knowing them hides them. Lance, you saw a few of these like imp-like figures disappear from your vision.
There's no turning back, Lance. You made your decision, and I am the consequence. Besides, Elizabeth needs us. Our mother needs us. He slowly opens the van door. The APC.
Oh, hold on.
And slowly.
We're pulling ourselves into
Jesus Christ.
I figured the house looked better than that. Holy shit, dude.
That's the outside of it, and that was after the destruction that hasn't been fixed yet. It's only one
Oh,
panel too.
It's worse.
you know, I should probably. Can I summon like convenience store still?
If you want to spend time, yeah.
Man, I hope these enemies of reality don't mind if I stock up on healing items.
Um, Getting out.
Um, but can I summon convenience store like in my car, drive around the block with just once? It's like it was a drive through in it.
A drive-through convenience store? No, you guys haven't spent
Yeah,
enough money for them to have a. They can, but you don't. They haven't spent enough money to have added
oh,
that DLC part.
Oh god, it's
well,
Palm Nook.
I have no choice but to step out of the car in order to get that to happen. He's Lancelot steps out. It's me, your boy,
You
Lancelot.
cough violently as you step out of the car. The thick West Bay smog invulks your lungs.
Oh fuck! The Canadians deployed the Mexican or Mexican field soul.
Oh, the yellow tint.
Yes,
Oh,
Pygmies
they've
deployed
unleashed
the
the
yellow.
spicy wind.
The pygmies deployed the yellow tint.
I'll do it
Lancelot's like
again.
Dios mío.
God damn! I just looked at fucking West Bay. Why are you putting up pictures of like tornado damage?
Yeah, Kalis Kalis is the guy who spots it. Yeah, it is tornado damage, but it's the best I could have got for what I wanted to be the wreckage of West Bay. It's not supposed to be a place well put together. Your building being good is a bad sign because people are gonna come around and fuck it up. So Lance, you step out of the van, no, the APC. You
Stretches a
notice
bit.
across the street is that same derelict apartment building, the the one that held the they had the three-story apartment building across you. The third floor
Oh my god.
is still hanging in there, and it's the room that held the first time you found Black Hole Sun.
Oh yeah, like straight up. Like if this was regular Lance, he'd have like a PTSD stare down. Lancelot just looks at him like, hmm, the birthplace of all this shenanigans. It all started there. Then turns around to look at the house.
It's in shit condition.
we
Someone recently threw
really
a
need.
brick through the window.
Oh come on. Oh, so wait, there's no one, there's none of the cheerleaders around. All the
Nope.
no one here.
See? There you go. Being here, Lancelot notices the environment, seeing that there isn't anyone there. There were at least 5 or 6 people waiting out and camping around for Lance when he was before he left to the Emerald Isles. No one's here now.
Where's my fan club?
Yeah, where's my
What
adoring
the
fan?
fuck? This is
God, what bullshit!
disgusting.
I want my refund dungeon.
I left myself in my pygmy form. No, no, no.
You get nothing.
You get nothing and be happy for it. You pay for DLC.
Oof.
Fine.
Excuse me while I
Oof.
listen to InfoWars.
Oh
Ugh.
God.
Listen, my bid was too small, apparently. The judge deemed that a guy who rants about water turning the frogs gay, his
Yeah,
business was
fuck
worth
that
more than
judge.
yeah, it was worth more than $10 million. Okay, yeah, sure. All right. Let's yeah. Of course, yeah. Worth more.
Man, this is a Lancelot's like, man, this is a conversation I want to avoid like the plague. How'd you get that reception, Lance? What do you
Lance,
mean you hear it all the time?
you make your way towards your house and find that the door is locked. You, though, know the trick to opening the door. A rock underneath rubbish of pile of trash has been left undisturbed. You find underneath the rock a simple switch flick and a key underneath. You unlock it, the front door. and you find yourself at your house.
Wait, there's something wrong here.
Yeah.
Who installed that lock?
I wonder why. We
Actually,
did.
no. Who installed the door?
Excuse me.
Edmund, seriously?
Last time I remember Lance's house, it didn't have a door.
Talon Wolf put the door in, alright?
He did.
Okay. That makes sense.
How could Wolf put a door in? He doesn't have thumbs.
Wolf scream.
Bunny helped him.
Okay, so you transition now to Lance's house.
That's more for high fidelity than outnumbered. It's like a budget increase or something.
Oh.
Oh
More
god, it's a
talk like
white room.
more talk like that, I'll fuck you up. I come out with a knife.
Somebody wants to get cut.
Just the picture of this little thing just walking into the fucking doorway with a knife and just Lance just looking down at it and then punts it. What do I see this?
So there's no pygmy here.
Oh, of
You
course.
step through, and we'll say that you stay over to here. This far into your house, Lance. Oh, by the way, I want to tell you one thing, Lance. Line, as I'm moving you around, you're in my
Yeah.
cannon mode.
Oh no.
Oh man, that's gonna be a new saying, isn't it?
It's
Huh?
gonna be a
Oh
running
boy,
fucking gag.
Yeah.
oh
Yup.
boy, howdy,
Yep.
I'm on that.
What's ominous as hell?
Anyway, Lance, you
I
make
will
your
explain
way.
it later.
Yeah, we'll explain it after this, I promise. Lance, you make your way up to this level of threshold, and you can see a decent amount up to here. Your mother hasn't noticed that you've walked in just yet. Elizabeth is working on. She's like, I know the picture's really large and she's small, but just imagine that she's working at the counter and she's preparing something like a lunch, a small lunch. She's cooking for herself. She hums quietly. You see the living room and you see the furniture that's been one of the tables that were brought in by Wolf.
Menacing, menacing, menacing.
We need to get we need to get Elizabeth a gun.
Oh no, she has got a gun, dude. What, you don't think she lived this long to not have a gun on her?
The fact she didn't hear you open up the lock.
I was gonna say that out loud too. He just notes that Elizabeth didn't try to go to the door. She knows that the door was opened. It's not that he wasn't being conspicuous or trying to be silent when he getting into the place.
Announce yourself either, right?
No, he didn't announce himself yet. So he like
Just
gives
making
it a
sure.
couple of seconds, and he
She
just
seems
like
blissfully
notes.
unaware of you. She's just cooking she if you pay a little bit longer attention, Lancelot, you see she's making a sandwich for herself.
Lance would slowly make his way towards the living room, where he knows where the
Bless you.
champion's
Bless
belt
you.
is.
Thank you.
Bless you, by the way.
Bless you.
Ugh.
You step in towards the living room. Sorry, I'm just trying to do everything to reveal the area. You can see the furniture bought by Wolf and Bunny is still sitting quite presently in the living room. The two couches, the stand for the TV, and even a TV itself. Although there's not much need for the TV since there isn't any sort of cable reception you can get out here. The spiral network isn't this far out here. A noteworthy thing, though, is Lancelot notices a peculiar object on the top, the table. Lancelot, when you approach this weird object, because you will, it springs to life, and a face appears. One that doesn't bother Lancelot in the slightest. But still the same goes, ah, so the prodigal son returns.
Silence between them. Ye- yes, before answering. I have no idea who this guy is.
Lance in his head is screaming. That's blank. That's blank.
Novus.
Hang on,
Yeah,
hang on.
basically.
Oh, oh, Porto Novus.
Well, well.
I thought
Hmm?
he would pick
Thought
up
I
Porto
was?
Novus. I thought you would. I thought Talon. No, Wolf. I thought Wolf buried you in a bag or something.
No, you know him as
Why are you
Talon.
out here? No, Porto Novus doesn't know that Wolf became Talon.
Okay, Porto Novus takes note of your stumble. Assertion. Wolf left me in the care of your loving mother, and have had quite the lovely time being her personal planner, Lancelot. That is your name.
Of course it is.
There's a voice that comes up from behind you, a feminine one goes, Lance?
He turns around. Hey, mom, home. Sorry, I didn't mean to sneak in like that.
He looks confused. Lance?
Oh no.
What's wrong, mom?
Don't don't say that to me like that. What's with your eyes?
Lance kind of, Lancelot kind of like rub his eyes a bit, assumingly like might have been something in my eye. Sorry, mom.
You can't change your eyes back to the colors they usually are. It stays.
Shit.
She glares at you. Don't lie to me. Are you doing drugs?
No, no, I would never do that to you, mom. You know I'm not doing that kind of stuff.
Then what
Look,
is all this?
Lance. Hmm?
What is all this? She points at your eyes and just gestures you up and down. Porto Novus in the background, snickering.
Fucking Lancelot would look over like, keep that up and I'll turn you off.
Oh, well, you can. If you know how to turn me off, then you know how to turn me on.
You
Oh
don't even have
my.
the biological need anymore for that. Look, deep in hell, it's a long story, mom.
And you better start
I'm fine.
explaining. No, you're not fine. Stop lying to me. Explain now. And where's your brother? I haven't got in contact with Carlos. Every time I call the people in the Heroes League, they keep redirecting me to some stewardess who doesn't know shit. So tell me, what, you seen your brother?
Last I saw him, he was somewhere in West Bay. That's why I'm back. I'm gonna go try to see where he is.
He looks at you for a bit and
I
softens up her look gaze. Lance.
I was hoping that, well, I was hoping you would tell me you saw him more recently. That would have made things a bit more easier.
No, I haven't seen your brother. I tried
Lance
calling
would
him and everything.
coach Lance would coach or puts his book his own soul. Have you seen anything going on lately?
Or you put, sorry, you put your hands on her?
Like only like his one like he puts his right hand on her shoulder. Mom, you haven't seen anything out of the ordinary, have you?
You hear Portonovus behind you go, I think that's a poor choice of moves, Mr. McKinley. The words don't, sorry, line, before the words register to you, even if as a bearing of threat, it is the demeanor of her face breaking that shatters the mirror in front of you, as a barbed shadow comes from her side abdomen, like an appendage, a tentacle, trying to stab you in the midsection. He manages to
Gotcha.
catch you off guard and hits you for
Gotcha.
400.
no. He manages to hit you for 10 damage.
Does that go through my block or my block
It
is
does
still
go through your
on?
defenses.
10 damage, alright? Shit.
The visage of your mother begins to shriek and disappear. The figure in front of you is still a monstrosity of shadows and limbs. It is clearly one of those monsters masquerading as your mother.
Of course. He
I was
Lancelot
wondering why you were
allows.
talking to that thing, Mr. McKinley.
Why didn't you warn me then?
I told you not to touch it.
You've warned me too. And Lancelot um, rips his fist, and you warned me too late.
Lance, you
I.
begin getting ready for the fight against you and your imposter mother. You hear down the apartment room built complex as another creature breaks from your room, revealing an imposter Lance. Oh, I might have needed to mention. I did see you walking around, so I felt it was weird that you came back here.
Fucking
Please
Nova.
tell me. Please tell me those none like Apostle Talon and Apostle Wolf and Bunny also walking around these spots.
No, no, I think we're the only people here, unless by the time I was turned on, since the time had been off, more people have moved in. The creature in front of you is struggling to try to kill you, Lance. It's gonna grow another tendril and try to stab you with it. Not right now, but we're gonna go into combat.
Gotcha.
As Lance needs to fight off two enemies of reality. Imposturing as him and his mother.
You, I thought this would be an easy in and out kind of thing. You and I are going to have a lot of wars when we're done with this Porter notice.
Well, that's if you live. I do sure hope you do live, Mr. McKinley. I can turn on the TV if you like. And as we fade away from Lance's fight scene, he just
Monday,
plays.
Tuesday, happy day.
Oh my God, that's perfect. Saturdays, what a day. Dun, 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 dun. These days are
Was
on.
there nothing else on the I'm starting to regret being Lance. Oh.
All right, and since we didn't get much of a chance with Vincent last session to give him time in Necropolis, we're going to finish off the last 30 minutes in Necropolis.
Let's go. Fuck this cultist up.
Nah,
Play,
cultists,
play,
herds
play
of
out your
demons.
Doom fantasies.
Mhm.
There you go, yeah. Doom Eternal the shit out of it. Start up turn 4. Yeah, we're on turn 4 now. Vincent, you're able to gain not 2 blood tokens anymore, but now you gain 4 active since there's so much dead bodies. And the number will only keep rising according to a mass of how many more dead people will be here. So yeah, you get plus 4 tokens. I think you're up to what now? 6?
No, I was at 6 when we were on
Okay,
turn
so then
3.
10. So then 10. Thank you for correcting me. Yeah, you have way more than enough to transform too now.
Yep.
So yeah, you see the incoming horde, you know the uneasiness behind them, and you got Hell's Wrath flying for you. He's spending AP to stay up there.
All right.
Just the 1 AP at the top of the turn.
Can I see what's chasing the horde yet?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. You want to spend decision to do that?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, no rolls needed. Your demonic heritage would definitely kick in, and kind of like when you look into the looking orb. I forget what they call them. Whoever's looking in it, the other person can see them come back. Some kind of deal, as Sauron does
Yeah.
it in Lord of the
The
Rings.
Palantir.
Thank you, the Palantir. So
Palantiri.
you have a kind of Palantiri kind of stare, so you can see the distance with beautiful 4K resolution. I'm talking quality I can't see on my YouTube videos because they keep advertising it. You see this massive demonic figure. It's familiar to you, actually. You ate that guy on a bridge before. The Iron Demon. He looks jacked up, though. Like he's been hitting the bar since the last time you fought him. No, the gym, sorry. He's been hitting the gym the last
Oh, is
time you
this
fought
going to
him.
mess up my bounty?
He's not your bounty, but yeah,
Oh,
he's definitely he, he definitely looks like he's free game if you know what I'm saying, because he's making his way to the
hmm.
fields of carnage. And TBA, to be fair, TBF, the fields of carnage don't have legality. You go in there, you're willingly going there to fight. If you lose and die, that's your fucking fault. You become
Hmm.
currency. That's your fault. Because losing here is becoming torment. That and energy for the winner, because the winner gets to eat, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, that big fella's coming in, and
One
he is
big
a power tier
guy.
6. He's a big fella. The Iron Demon. You even remember its old effect. I know what it is, but do you know?
I didn't fight him.
I swear you
I, the
did.
player.
Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting it was the
Hmm.
character. My bad. The
Hmm.
Iron. So let me give Vincent and Hell's Wrath the recap real quick then to them because they would definitely know that this is the Iron Demon they fought before. Iron Cat like carapace, resilient to bullets, had a weakness to relics though. Can increase his durability, making himself even less durable, even less weak to relics, but it required him staying still. He seems stronger than the last time you fought him, so his skin might be even tougher than before. Hell's Wrath is confident he can brawl with him. It's like looking at an assault coming in, and you got a ton of fleas in front of him. An atlas, if you will. And I'd say you're in a medium that can turn into an assault, and you're literally on an assault. And the lady down there, she's probably in the mid.
Hmm.
I mean, she's an anima user, so she's bigger than a scout, right?
I suppose it depends on perspective.
I suppose, yeah. I'm not too familiar with the brackets, the power tiers. To be fair, I will assure you though, she won't leave you
Man,
to
Hell's
die.
Wrath does move like an assault.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
No, don't worry. I assure you, she won't leave you to die. She seems interested in fighting the Crimson Lady.
Is the horde moving toward to fight the Iron Demon, or are they running away from?
Definitely running away.
Hmm. Alright, we're just going to land, but out of their way.
Sure, I can pilot that for you. And we'll have you do that first. Then we're going to popcorn action for the horde movement. The guy standing here, he isn't really here. He's just there for visuals, so everyone knows what the demon
Kill
looks
me.
like.
Oh,
Yeah, you could go ahead and move yourself. Move where you wish. You can move within a 30-foot movement. I'm assuming you're staying altitude the same.
yeah.
The highest for AP1 cost is 30 feet up above the ground. So yeah.
No.
Meanwhile, I'm going to move the first rank of demons. Let me just begin to run forward. They spend their their only decisions. They don't have two. They only have one. To continue to dash 1, 2, 3, 4. The Crimson Lady doesn't catch the hint. I wish I had a token for her anima, but you definitely catch her spawning her anima.
Oh, what's
These
it look
some
like?
Yeah. I wish I had the image proper. Let me see. I'm gonna spawn this red token real quick just to keep it as a proxy. Let me see if I have a better image of her, because I know I have her raw image, and she has the thing on the shoulder of the image. But she summons her anima, and it is this red figure. It comes up only with its torso. It's a it, it's a skin like it's like it looks frail like a demon. Does it? No, I think it looks more muscular there. Hold on. Let me get the token actual. But it is a red demon looking anima. Similar to that of Alice of Hell's Wrath.
Mm. Oh, is that copyright infringement I hear?
Inspiration, I say.
Oh, inspiration is it? Tell me, friend, have you
Yeah.
ever wondered what's in the basement?
You know, I have been needing to go there to roleplay
Oh,
there,
well,
so
great news.
oh no. I'm a little oh here it is.
Identity theft is a serious crime.
That is a fair point. Let me see if I can't just okay, can I? See what this looks like. Okay, that's a lot larger than I want it to be, but I'm gonna give it a shrink and just keep it next to her right over here.
My God, she's got huge ass tits.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
girlie, you're supposed to use the blood as a weapon, not as a makeup.
Don't tell me it's not a phase, Dad.
Oh, don't even try that. Nope, doesn't matter. We close that chapter. Yup.
She puts her hands forward and she claps her left. So she has her left hand facing down, right, and her palm facing up for her left hand. She takes that her right hand and puts it above it, and clasps her fingers like they're interlaced together, looking like jaws. She then pulls the jaws open, and her anima mouth grows in size and becomes an area of effect, a blast one in front of her. So she chooses, sorry, me, where's the that turn order? Oh, no, where is it? Shit. Measuring, that's what I wanted. And I wanted the cone. Yeah. Oh, I need to do on that camera. Shit. Here you go. So she makes a cone effect, no, she doesn't make a cone effect, but she fires in front of her, and she creates a blast one effect at this guy, this demon. So there's a large set of crimson jaws that appear, large enough to bite three demons in a row, and she tries to clasp and crush three of them at once. So you see she spends two of those red crystals to enhance herself, and the jaws get sharper with teeth and become larger to make it easier for her to have a better bite. So she rolls at an advantage using the two crystals. She's going to first roll because she's going to first roll as an anima user as a magician, her intelligence, and then her range. That is an 11. That 11 is high enough to hit all three of them with the benefits provided previously, so there won't be a need to reroll. She firmly grasps her three targets, and because she enhanced it with one of the crystals, instead of rolling 2d10 for damage, she's going to roll 3d10. This has a armor piercing effect. 24 points of damage, and that is enough to kill one, definitely, as it gets wrenched and pulverized.
I thought it was like 24 across the board.
No, it's not 24. It's 24 into each unit, and this one also dies. It was just enough to kill two.
Dang.
It's like that new Magic the Gathering rule.
Which one? There's a lot of new ones.
You pick which damage, how you
Oh
want your
yeah,
damage
yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah. It's gonna be so weird for me to deal with that if I ever go back to Magic. How damage allocation works. They keep rechanging how anyway. Crimson Lady spends her last decision not to use her anima power, but instead fire a blood bolt into the one that she failed to bite out of spite.
Yeah, okay.
Shit, I'll have to check if her last name is Falcone.
She rolled 22 damage. Well, 22 to hit, sorry. 22 to hit, and then she rolls for damage. She fucking rolled higher. She rolled a 13 that time. Yeah, she fucking obliterated that
Oh.
dude. She killed all three of them. The horde begins to run away from her instead.
Mhm.
She looks up. Yeah, I think I can handle it.
I think I'm a big
Oh,
deal.
by,
Yeah.
oh, by all means. Oh, by all means. Falcone's arms are just cross-watching her.
Going through his mind.
I
How's he
wonder if
feeling about it?
Alistair has a girlfriend.
I wonder if Alistair's dating. He's dating a chair right
Dude,
now.
that's
He's kind of committed.
yeah. I was gonna say like hard cuts of Alistair like sitting in that room all alone.
Hello?
I
I
I
want to
My
told
go
my
water
home
bottle's
now.
empty.
I bet my hooky.
I'm hungry.
What is this? So you just want to move into a different position? That was it for you guys?
Yeah, let's see what happens when the big guy gets here. See if he recognizes HW.
Sure, sure.
Surely I can Steven Universe my way out of this. Surely.
I'll move the
If I
collective remaining horde as a 1, so they will all move their usual speed. 1, 2, 1.
Kalis, the Iron Demon, said he was sorry.
And the horde
Listen, I
catches.
I
What?
know I may have killed you, but I'm sorry.
the red pygmy said he saw a dungeon.
I'm not. I'm going to throw him further into prison.
Put you in super jail.
Where he is now.
Mm,
Life on the inside ain't what it used to
Used to
be.
used to
be.
be
That song is so
down.
good.
Wait, on this turn, the creature steps onto the threshold. Yeah, honestly, Duel of Fates I would love the idea that Duel of Fate begins as he steps over. Oh, oh, oh. He looks over and sees the fight going on. Ah, don't you hate fast food? All they do is die. It makes me hungrier, and they die more. Mm. Oh, I didn't see there was more to the buffet today. Ha 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 ha. Well, let's see. He pulls
Is
out
it?
reading glasses. Hmm. Yeah, yes. He looks up and down the Crimson Lady. Hmm. Not enough. I could make a salad out of you, maybe. Drugs. Looks at Hell's Wrath
Salad
and
is
Vincent.
rabbit food.
Huh? He looks at Hell's Wrath and Vincent. He looks at Hell's Wrath doubly. Oh, that. Protein.
The hell are you from Gluttony? I think you're lost, friend. Unless you're a glutton for punishment, of course.
The noticeable difference between the model here is that there's no abs. There would be an enormous belly. He is large and fat.
Oh
Still
god,
the Iron
hopefully he
Demon.
didn't get the speed boost.
He's still the Iron Demon though. He
Oh
growls
Okay,
boy!
loudly. He
let's.
growls loudly at Hell's Wrath. Look, uh,
You cut out, buddy.
get in my belly.
Oh,
Well, he's one of those.
Falcone looks down at Hell's Wrath. Do we know him?
I wish not to know, only to throw.
No,
Hands at
no,
it.
don't try that rhyming shit on me.
This fellow is not is this wait. This fellow is quite a strange.
What is a god?
mm, No, he's just a stranger, dude. Fuck, it's stranger danger. There's a
Stranger
rhyme.
danger.
Stranger danger.
Oh boy, mashed
You know,
Hell's
ever
Wrath,
since we
the
got here,
main course.
you've been getting saucier. It's like
There's
you
only
don't even want to go throw hands with Lance.
He gives you the face again. Every time you say I'm telling you every fucking time he just gives you the blanks. He shows you he's motivated to go kill Lance.
Oh, not kill
All
Lance,
right
not
then.
kill Lance.
But he is a power tier 6.
Well,
Definitely strong enough for you to kill and to take energy from and to return back with to the father so this guy, the Don. So even if not your bounty, he stepped in, he wants to eat Hell's Wrath, he's legal.
Oh boy,
all right.
mashed Hell's Wrath, the main course.
sorry, unfortunately this is a fake ID. I'm gonna have to confiscate it.
You go in
Well,
the
all
background.
right.
You're
Look,
not allowed into the brawl, sir. I need to have your Garden Mithral student ID, please. Even in hell,
well,
I'm
I
asking
do
for you for
believe
your
it's
ID.
time to
Yep.
throw Hans, as the youth says.
Well, and because this will be our final round before we end for today's session, I'm going to just let it be a popcorn initiative still. So we won't make any rolls for initiative. For the senses of dodging, I will have us roll for to set the AC, just to be fair. So any ACs that need to be set, they will be rolled for. But in terms
All
of
right.
initiative and how they go, it's just popcorn between you first, then me, with the enemy. So you get to decide between your roster of 3 characters: the Crimson Lady, Hell's Wrath, or Vincent.
All right, we're gonna have the Crimson Lady move in and tear through the horde more, and
They're
Hell's Wrath
definitely
is gonna.
good.
Hell's Wrath will move down once he got that full 30.
Yeah,
Oh
he can
shit,
move a full 30
that's
feet.
not the. Thank you.
So which ones do you want to go first, though?
Crimson Lady.
Okay. She blinks a bit.
Hmm.
He looks up at you, and you're taking the bigger guy, I suppose, right?
More or less, yes. We're taking the bigger guy. But don't worry, we'll help you. We're not going to leave you to die. We're not about that life, are we, H-dubs?
No, the only one left. No, no, we'll leave none to die. Not if I can fry.
See, we won't leave you to die. Alright. And diagonal doesn't exist, correct, for movement?
Yeah, diagonal doesn't exist.
Alright, 30's my full, so I can go to right here if you're seeing where I'm measuring from.
Yeah, we're gonna go with the Crimson Lady first. You can keep that place in
Alright.
mind as a. Hmm, I'm thinking what she would feel like if she wants to jump into this horde or not. I mean, nah, honestly, I keep remembering. I gotta remember her character. That's why I'm like, okay, no. We just move her icon away a bit. Her little portrait just that out the way, and she is going to gonna definitely spend a decision to cast blood magic. Because there's enough blood in the area, she's gained 6 tokens herself. Not 6 in total, but she had 2 remaining and got 4 because of the
Oh,
turn.
you get your own blood tokens. Those are mine.
2 blood mages walk into the bar. They immediately start fighting over the blood cell. Are there more Hell's Wrath I should be aware of?
I wanted to fit in. That's all. He's just wearing a little costume. I'll leave.
Yes, Hell's Wrath, pick me. I'll leave. There are no hordes
Game of
upon
blood.
mine.
Hemoglobin is the powerhouse of the cell.
So she creates a blood katana for herself, and she's definitely gonna go bloody rain this shit as 1, 2.
Bury the light.
It's more like a Blood Plus anime.
Yeah, Blood Plus the anime. She rushes up to the first target, makes a decision to swing. Her anima follows, and I'll bring the portrait over here as she swings in with her blood katana, gaining bonus to her attack roll. She rolls for her strength. God, painful, honey, painful. And because she cast it as an apprentice. Well, she redeemed herself. She hits the guy. And her blood katana deals 1 point more damage, one die more damage than her accuracy. And it didn't matter because she still fucking rolled a 15. She cleaves this demon.
Fly me to the moon. Dun, dun, dun,
An-
dun. It's just that
Another
song playing.
another blood crystal appears around her. As actually, yeah, no, well, she can only get blood crystals if she's murdered it without the anima, right? So now she has 3 blood crystals floating around her. Hannah not do anything else though. She already spent a decision to summon and manifest a katana, and she moved up and she attacked. She is all but human. All right, enemy phase. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I think the horde would still try to fight.
Is it like a hit and one tactics or some shit?
Hmm. There's been enough kill that they're willing to fight to see if they can get something out of her, but they won't stay long enough. And the other reasoning is that the demon up behind them doesn't seem to be interested in them right now. And a few others are going to be like hovering over the side. Like they clearly are moving on, but some of them are going to try to hit whilst running still and see if they can't either
I
kill
mean, is
her.
less tender. Dun, 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 dun.
Most of them use their dashes in order to move forward, so a majority of these tokens, whilst they moved, won't be able to attack. The only legal ones are the 3 near her. And so 3 of them in a horde status allows them to roll 3 dice at this power tier. A 13 is high enough to hit her, and she gets hit for a similar amount of damage. She gets hit for 9 points of damage that hits her armor. And she looks surprisingly durable, Vincent, as she takes a few hits to the face, to the stomach. She's fine. She in fact grins and goes, "Like, really? That's all you have?" And here I was thinking I would have
Oh,
a fun time.
I like you.
Yeah, well, you have to pay extra for that, mister.
Oh, honey, no, it works the other way.
Got to pick me noise.
Really?
Lance, I will cross dimensions to throw hands with you. Even your mind palace will not protect you. There's a demon down here. I'm sure of it, alright? I will look through the infernal phone book.
It's player phase, so you can choose if you want Hell's Wrath to go or you to go. Vincent to go, sorry.
Hell's
Mhm.
Wrath. We'll have have him move right about here. Well, we can go one up and move right there.
Sure.
Right there.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and we'll move you right here.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. Whoop. Boom.
There we go.
Boom.
And have him
Boom.
land.
Boom. Landing is that okay, so moving is so movement's fine, yeah. Spend AP to move and decisions to land. You don't need to spend AP to land, but it's just a decision. So Hell's Wrath has one last decision as it lands. She blinks a bit. I thought you were gonna fight the big guy.
I didn't expect them all to start swarming you. Let's not have that.
Oh, you're a
Besides, I've got
sweetheart, but I was fine. This isn't my
I've got
environment.
something I want to try anyway.
Better to try, but you must let me
I,
fry. You see
I
Hell's Wrath
swear to
wearing a
God.
baker's. I want Hell's Wrath to unlock the baker uniform. I've always wanted to bake bread.
Now I just make demons dead.
Looks sad.
Alright.
He does have one more decision, and of course a reaction.
Oh, well, just have him swing on the demon. Another one closest to Lady here.
He's
Lacey?
Lady, well, Crimson Lady, but you don't know her name, and he's too far to swing on any of them currently close to her. You
Oh,
kind of cut the
well,
horde off, kind of deal. They were trying to
yeah,
run in your direction, and you stopped
yeah.
them. You stopped a bunch of fleas from fleeing. You feel like a man pushing these fleas down.
Oh, it's gonna get even funnier.
Okay, I will allow you if you spend an AP more, I will allow you to cleave a burst around Hell's Wrath, and I'll show you what that looks
Oh,
like.
sure, I'll spend that AP.
It'll be similar to how Crimson Lady over there did it with her jaw attack. You're gonna roll for all the damage, but based on the sum total will be subtracted by each of the units you're trying to kill.
Right.
So you have a burst one around you for this effect, this kind of cleave effect. You're gonna make a one hit all swing. Um,
Yeah.
if you don't manage to hit all of them, the one swing, then you miss all of them. So they
Alright.
collectively add just a little bit more to their DC. The more targets you're trying to hit, the higher the DC goes because you're hitting them. So for this collective, it went from easy as hell to hit the first one to easy for the second one to medium for the second one. So I'm going to need power roll and power and strength from both of you because that's a fighter roll.
So 2d12?
2d12
Okay, so,
with
okay.
advantage because this is a melee attack. 14 is enough. And Hell's Wrath enlarges his left and right fist. He misses with the left swing because Lance swings on the lefts, but he crunches with his right fist into the ground, pulling apart the ground and trying to deal damage across the board. Roll me a 2d10 because that's what Anima powers usually do. You're gonna add an extra 10 because Hell's Wrath is swinging a melee attack empowered with his AP.
So 2d10 plus 10?
So 3d10, yes.
Okay, 3d10. Alright.
hmm
Does that get his advantage?
We would definitely give it to you. Fair enough. 15 is
Good
enough to
lord.
pop only one, unfortunate.
Good
But
enough.
hey, good, yeah. As one under the current, another one takes the splash damage, and it's hurt. He got like the shard of an arm punched into his side, and it left a bruise.
No.
The Iron Demon goes, "No, my food!" 2 steps. That's his movement. Spends one decision. One, two. That's his first decision. He spends his second decision to AoE Devour. He spends 2 decisions to do this AoE Devour. He is going to devour 3 of the demons in front of him in quick succession. So these 3. Oh, shit. I keep forgetting it won't show up on the stream if I don't do it here there. He's going to eat these 3 guys in front of him.
Good lord.
He unhinges his mouth as he drops to the ground and crawls with his mouth open wide, trying to eat 3 of these demons at once. He rolls ish die, and he rolls less die. Holy shit, I've never had that happen before.
Whoa. Does he get a
Oh,
celestial moment?
Oh my goodness.
okay, well, you gave me a great idea. You're not gonna like it. I thought it was pretty cool. Took me a second to think about how to do it. He eats the demons in front of him, like literally Kirby, and just eats them.
Inhales them.
But he was like crawling towards them with his mouth wide open. And he inhales them, pulling his arms to force them into his jaws. There's a brief moment of, that was. And he gets quiet. And it gets really unbearable for you, Vincent, because his energy level spiked low. He went back to power tier 1 low. Gales?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, no, I'm saying the demon ate these monsters. He felt so content.
Yeah.
His power tier dropped to 1. He's like immortal now. He
I don't think I've ever seen that happen.
no, because in his relaxed state and in the devouring, he he's reached a chill
Food
state.
coma?
Yes, food coma. That's a great way of putting it. He's reached a food coma, so he's still the same size. He's still the same demon. He's just currently relaxing at a power tier 1, and he's got this blissful look on his face, like he's in a good place, and he has no other decisions to go. That's it. I'm gonna leave a note to myself for the next session about this guy. Otherwise, we have Vincent as our last character to go. You see the demon
Mm.
dude just chilling after eating those demons, like unapologetically.
Well, he's made my life easier at least. Anyway, I've got something I've wanted to try, so we're going to hop off Hell's Wrath. Right there. Not to give any attacks of opportunity, of course.
No, the horde wouldn't. Yeah, the horde wouldn't. Yeah, no, you dismounted perfectly.
And I'd like to transform into the Blood Demon
Oh,
form, and I link you the
fantastic,
token.
fantastic. I'll take that. Mm, mm. And end session on turn. We are ending it on turn 6. So let's start a turn. We're going to be starting on turn 6 next when we come back because we're ending this turn 5. So you dismount Hell's Wrath. Do you have any fancy words you want to say? Anything to go with this form transformation? As the blood around you that you've been gathering is start to pull underneath your feet, Vincent.
Well, I've been meaning to try this, just haven't had the opportunity. Hey, lady, you want to see a neat trick?
You know, I'm a sucker for. I know you're baiting me. Sure. Let's see what you got.
Falcone walks forward with the Alucard grin and just snaps his fingers. The blood around him slowly forms up and just turns to iron. The iron out of it's drawn forward.
Napping and crackling into place. The
Yeah.
plates of your armor just. I'm trying to get the token ready. I don't know where the fuck it went.
Visual to be like how Iron Man's armor forms over him,
Ooh, it's a cool way of
just
thinking
slowly
it.
snapping up his body in bits and pieces.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Oop. Oh, and I found this old image, and I'm gonna place it back into the Discord and just say this is how every pygmy looks at Lance. It'll be in general. Oh, I think I put it on stream too.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
Oh, yep.
it's on the stream. It's on the stream too.
I think I'll cause problems on purpose.
Okay, let me close that. You're not this big. Oh, I heard his lie say people. Lancelot is that side. I can't hear him else. But yeah, you spent the decision to dismount and transform. I will give it to I'll give you this round for free this won't count towards your total transform state. So you will
Yeah.
revert back to normal at the start of turn 6, 7, 8. Yeah, at the start of turn 9, you'll revert back to normal.
I don't think it has a cap on how long I can be on it,
Oh,
just an
right.
upkeep cost.
Right. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting. You have so many fucking forms. Okay.
Time to bring out the chart.
No, I had to keep 3 different tabs open for it. They're like 3 different like windows in this thing open
Yup,
for it.
yup.
Come on, Chaos. It's time for the flow chart.
Full charts of work in progress.
But yeah, this will be a great place to put us at. We're a little bit over, but I think that was just well worth it to give Vincent the time to really shine in Necropolis, and everybody's had a little bit of chance with their characters today. There's no cutscenes this week. I didn't get a chance to sit down and write them. Been preoccupied with my IRL shit. Um, this is a great chance for you guys to give me any comments, questions, concerns about your feelings about today's session. I hope you guys enjoyed.
Everyone who
See?
works at the school is a fucking dick.
Yep.
Hey, you know, if you write my name on a mirror in blood and you say Father Falcone 3 times, I can
Hmm,
help you with that problem.
may or may not be able to come.
All right. I have to go to bed. Good night, y'all.
Good night,
Good
Evie.
Night,
night,
night.
man. I
Thank
love
you for
you
hanging out,
too.
man.
Yes, Snorlax has been yelling at me to go to bed for like 2 hours.
Sorry for that, but have a good night, and I
No,
hope
you're
you.
fine.
Thank you for hanging out,
Have a good
man.
night, guys.
Okay. Do you guys have any questions or concerns, comments?
Not that comes. Nah, not a moment.
Okay.
I didn't
No,
think
and
I'd be so small. I'm
well, we didn't really have a discussion about the size, to be
no,
fair.
we never did we?
No,
I'm like,
no.
oh my, repentless size. But they're both power tier 6, so maybe it makes sense. And we
You
did
could have different
establish
ways.
the more powerful something is, the smaller it tends to get.
Yeah, to condense said thing, or it can be
We've had
big.
that discussion.
Or it can be a big thing that's really powerful too. But big things can turn small to condense power. Yes.
It's mighty unfortunate he's at power tier 1.
So what in the world is GM canon mode? No, that was just a joke. It's an inside joke about Ubisoft's
Nah.
stupid fucking choice of Assassin's Creed Shadows. Because there's this game article that I even saved. I saved it because I want to use it. I'm gonna make so much fucking fun of this person. But essentially, it's just the game developer saying, all the side content, don't worry about it. This is the only stuff you need to do, so it's only the story stuff. You don't need to worry about anything other than just keep playing the game. That's what the article says verbatim. It's very sad. I don't want to get too much into it. It just like why give us branching story elements if you could just not write a single story then? It's so stupid. Yakuza can tell a single story and have multiple side missions, and you're telling me that Assassin's Creed Ubisoft developers thought canon mode was going to be the way to help their RPG grow? It's just something I don't want to get into.
Speaking
I
of,
was
hooray! More Yakuza projects. They're working on a new game and on the next Virtua Fighter.
Ooh.
Hype.
All right, gonna head out later.
Have a good night.
You too.